You're not watching a flight. You're flying it. Startup to shutdown. Real procedures. Real immersion. Strap in. Engines are starting. Welcome aboard.
Massachusetts. Automated weather observation 1531 Zulu. Wind 330 at 07. Peak gusts 17. Variability 10. Sky condition clear. Take out 08 Celsius. 2 Celsius. Altimeter 3047. Firing GPS altitude minus.
Cessna, 4 Bravo Foxtrot, radio check, please. Thank you. Chrono left, chrono right. Brakes are good. There we go. Traffic Cessna 4 Bravo Foxtrot, departing runway 33, departure to the northwest. Plymouth. Heels on the floor. Throttle, here we go. Rotate. Altitude, looking around. I got some on downwind. Hey, 40 going low. Boston approach, November 144, Bravo Foxtrot.
144 Bravo Foxtrot, good.
Cessna 4 Bravo Foxtrot, type 172. We're 11 miles to the southeast of 1 Bravo 9. I'm looking for flight probably 4,500 feet.
Good morning, everybody. I couldn't sleep, so therefore we're gonna sim. But anyways, want to get a flight in as well. Got my coffee on standby. We're gonna go for something we usually don't do, which is an early morning flight. I'm gonna do real time and weather here in the Northeast. It's looking pretty good. We're gonna go to one of the airports I first went to as a private pilot on Block Island, which is an island off of Rhode Island. You got that? Island off of Rhode Island. So we're gonna go out there, then we're gonna go back to Newport. Been to Newport tons of times. Got married there, the whole bit. But it's just a nice, lovely early morning flight. It'd kind of be like something like, I'd be like, hey, I got a plane, want to fly this thing for fun, let's do it, you know? So that's what we're doing today. And if you're watching me, congratulations, because that means you probably can't sleep like me, but that's okay. All right, let's get the checklist up. Let's get a good visual flight here for today, this morning, if you will. And we're going to use the real old 152 checklist that I use. However, I did make a version of this for the for this mod. Well, it's called the JP Logistics mod, but now it's the WB Sim. It's a little cranky from time to time, but I've flown it like all night long, so again couldn't sleep. So I figured I'm going to stream something today. So that's what we're going to do. All right, I'm going to go with the start checklist. For time we did the pre-flight seat check, back locked, avionics off, car P is off. Beacon on. I had panel lights on. Okay. Mixture full rich. Throttle slight. Okay, very good. Got brakes on. I'm gonna prime it twice. 1, 2, and actually let me make sure I got this full on fuel because that's the one thing I didn't do. I always like to leave a full fuel. I'm probably going to do like I do in real life. We're going to fly at 6,500 over Rhode Island Sound. So, alright, brakes are set. Master on. Mags to start. We're going to start this thing up. I told you I turned it on. So. Left and right. I haven't flown the 152 in real life in a long time, but this is the plane that got my private in. So, it's a training plane. So,
Clear
cool
prop.
Right, very good. She's purring. We're at Taunton Municipal Airport, the closest GA airport to my house. And someone's got to model this. It might be me in the future if I ever get like back on that. We'll see. If I'm gonna do scenery for myself, I'm gonna focus on the Northeast where I fly the most. So I think that's in my mind already. So we also touched up some things here on the use config file settings file, if you will. So oil pressure should be good. It is. Lights as required. Put on the taxi lights on for now. All right, seatbelt harnesses, flaps are up. They are heat vent defrost. I don't think it's that cold out. I don't think this thing has a temperature. We'll get that from thing there. Avionics on and set. We have to manually turn these knobs to turn everything on. That's why it's a trainer. Okay, let's see if I remember. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. I think is the ATIS. A little tired. I took a nap. The problem is that I went to a Red Sox game on Thursday. They threw my sleeping all off because we were up late and big drama, but we got through everything. So it was a good game though, but we had to leave early because the dog, we couldn't like see her on the cameras, so we're like, oh crap, let's hope there's nothing wrong. But there was nothing wrong. She just went upstairs and got stuck upstairs. She's very small and she fit through the stair railings there. ADSB 10 is on. ATIS. Both. Maybe I got that wrong. Give me a second. Let's look at it. 132 675. There we go. That's why. 13. I got a little dyslexic there. 132 675.
Kilo Tango Alpha November automated weather observation. 1100 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 9er. Sky condition clear. Temperature 22C dew point.
It says pretty nice weather here. It's supposed to get to the 90s today. Sorry.
Kilo Tango Alpha November automated weather observation. 110
So I'm gonna take off the
Zulu.
runway 30.
Wind calm. Visibility 9er.
9er
Sky
2.
condition clear. Temperature 22C dew point.
Let's see if that's
20C
what it
altimeter
is. Probably is.
29er 2. Kilo Tango Alpha
2992 is
November
about right.
automated
Yeah,
weather
no
observation.
wind, 6 square miles.
1100
Mist
Zulu.
and clear.
Wind calm. Visibility 9er.
It's really not that
Sky
misty.
condition clear. Temperature
Maybe a little bit after, you can see it
22C
out
dew
there.
point. 20C altimeter 29er 2.
All right, and we're going back to guard. You know what that? Oops. You know what that means on my stream?
Alpha November automated
It means
weather
we do
observation.
this.
110
You're on guard with
All right, should be good. I'm gonna taxi to runway 30. Depart there. So pretty good. We'll do the run up over there. So let's get moving out. Parking brake is off. It is now. I always leave it off in real life, but I gotta set this thing actually too. Make sure this is working. I did a test flight from Sullivan County to Taunton last night, if you will. And it went pretty well, so told me I'd track her on. And we're off. Yeah. Kind of forgot how much I like the 152, so. You have frame gen on, so it's gonna do some weird flickering, but it's worth it for my 3090. It gives you a lot of frames, and I'm able to do a lot with it, so that's what we're doing. Roy 2 Echo Foxtrot, inspired by my 152. I did my check ride in, and a lot of my flying, and most of it actually was 48990 out of Plymouth. So that's why it's named the way it is. The 2, I don't know, just came to my head, and it was a registration that wasn't taken up in real life. So. Yeah, we got some good settings. I also I'm using map enhancement, and he added on this ground detail thing, which makes the level of detail even higher than what the default is. So like it loads scenery farther in the distance, so that way it's not all like blurring stuff. So it's pretty good. It uses, you need a lot of VRAM for it. Like I go almost to my max VRAM of 24 gigs. So all right, brakes are on. Let's do our run up. Brakes are set. Fuel is on. Trim set to tick off. It is. All right, flight controls. Might have to shift this thing. Doesn't always do this. Come on. There we go. Alright, I'm also going to set up my USB controllers. I'm going to recalibrate it at the same time that I check it. Because the Alpha Flight controls can be a little testy. I'm going to be looking into getting a new yoke. Okay. There we go. Alright, properties. So I can calibrate while I check this thing. So here we go. The box, which you have to do to calibrate anyways. I'm going to do it multiple times so to calibrate. Pretty incorrect, but... Okay, and that usually makes it so that the controllers spaz out and do all that weird stuff. Oh, my camera stopped. Isn't that nice? Weird. Alright, let me get that thing going now. I don't know why it's been doing that here and there, so it's also a shot of the back of my head. Hi. Yeah, I have no clue why it's doing that. But anyways, we're good there. Alright. Flight controls, instruments, stern coordinators in the middle, no flag. Heading coordinator should be about. No, it's a little off. We'll do the autos. Yep, that one's good. Vertical speed looks good, altimeter looks good, horizon looks good, airspeed looks good. Mixture, best powers in and locked. Well, actually, it's LOEM, which is good. We pull on the parameter, make sure it's locked. There's a little tab on there. 1700. Yeah, not used to streaming nor flying on this thing in the morning. Okay, we're gonna check the mags, right? Back to both. This is not good. And that's the WB Sim mod messing up. So it should only go down about 100. So left. Yeah, it's doing something weird. We're just gonna go with it. Carb heat test, it should go down by just a little bit. That's what it should do on mags, by the way, too, about that. Vacuum is good. That's the suction in there. Amps and volts. Charging slightly. Oil pressure, oil temperature's, yeah, it's in the green, but should go a little higher than that already. And idling. See if this stays on. Yeah, carb heat off. Back to about 1,000. If there's a problem, take a full mechanical emergency realize we'll report takeoff land directly on the runway. If we're under 1,000 feet, this problem mechanical emergency otherwise we'll land directly here. No more than 30 degree turns. Best glide speed in this is 60. If we're above 1,000 feet, this problem mechanical emergency otherwise we'll take a turn to the right and land downwind on the taxiway. The grass, the runway, whatever is available to us. Best glide speed is 60. We rotate at 50, climb at 67. I think I got that. Oops. I meant to stay on the checklist there. Alright, we're good. Alright, flaps 0, nav, strobe, landing, and we're good to go. Alright, I'm gonna go over here. I did not announce anything. I'm gonna take the tablet off too as well so you can actually see things. This thing has a history of falling mags, so we're gonna keep an eye out for that too as well. You can join me on the East server if you want to fly with me. I think I have the nameplates on. I might not. Not really positive. Let me just double check that. I do now. Ha 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 ha. And again, I've been trying to get X-Plane kind of ready to go, and it's an okay simulator. I mean, MSFS is definitely better overall, I would say, but we might fly that someday too. So, like I've said, by the past 2 broadcasts. And light strobes on, we're good. Alright. Rotate 50, climb 67. Taunton traffic, Cessna 2, Echo, Foxtrot, departing runway 30, departure to the southwest, Taunton. Okay, so what we do. Checked everything before it even streamed, because this thing has a history of when state saves, and state saves like all along. Okay, middle. Go. Right, heels on the floor, full throttle. Go. Should be more than that. Should be about 23 at least. All right. See what happens. You see how the runway textures look better? That's that ground detail thing that you can set in map enhancement. And rotate. And we are up. 67. Now, departure out of here, you have to turn when you're about 500 feet off the ground. They want you to miss the school that's directly ahead off of 30. So, we're gonna hand fly this mostly. I think I'm gonna. Well, we'll see. See what happens. But I had some fun hand flying this earlier. Okay, the old mall. That's not there anymore, that building in the distance, but that's a good visual of where you want to turn. Alright, clear on the left. We are, so we're going to turn towards the old defunct mall. Up 260. There you go. And they have signs at the airport that say that in Taunton. But, yeah. To about 75 now. Drop the nose a little bit so we have better cooling of the engine. See better over the nose. Alright, we gotta do a bearing 224 according to my electronic flight bag for block balance, so let's do it. And I don't think anyone's on here. Nope. So for that set, but we'll stay on there anyways. Let's get some chatter going, shall we?
Traffic citation 306, Charlie Juliet, final runway 23.
Unicom, Skyhawk 73 Port 9er, radio check please.
You're loud and clear.
Thank you, ma'am.
8075, looking pretty good. Okay, Toby, I tracker off so I don't make you dizzy.
Traffic, Skyhawk 72 Port 9er, taxiing from the range.
Oh, man.
23.
Alright, there we go. Alright, 224. Let me set the heading bug for that.
Traffic citation 6, Charlie Juliet, taxiing out Alpha to 23, following the 172.
Like I said, we're going to go 6,500 feet. Because we're going to go over some water. So,
Traffic citation.
Block Island does have a
306,
VOR, so let's
making
get
a
that
right turn out
running
to northwest.
17.8 just to have it. Get a little practice in there. It's probably not going to be hitting it until it's closer, but very good.
Traffic, Skyhawk 72 Port 9er, right crosswind, level.
Beautiful morning here. Wow. I'm actually broadcasting live from this area over here somewhere. That's where I live in real life, so not that far from the airport. I've actually biked to the airport before.
Traffic Cardinal 366.
It's about 20 miles, 20, 25, but it's doable. I think the last time I went, I brought my handheld. We got to listen to the broadcasts. Taunton's really gotten better as an airport. So. Okay, let's get to 3,000 feet. We'll lean it out a little bit. Yeah, maybe I'll set it on autopilot. That way I can look around more. Speed should be about 500. On the altitude, which I already put in there. Should be good. Alright, this way I can look around like this. There's people flying from the East server here. Very good. This is the Taunton River. Literally live in this town over here. It's called Lighton. Pretty nice little town. This is Route 24. If you keep following that down south, you're going to get to Fall River, Massachusetts, which is down there. That's where I first lived after getting there. Pretty nice sunrise. It kind of looks like that in real life, to be honest. I'm looking out the window and it's pretty. It's going to be a pretty nice day. So, can't cut the grass today. I've been lazy. Then something was wrong with the simulator, and I couldn't get it like working. It was like all like delayed and choppy. And I tried uninstalling some things, but then it went back to normal even when I put the stuff back. So I don't know. I don't get it. So. Alright, 3,000. I'm going to start reading this out a little bit. Check that RPM, see when it drops. And I'll probably take a nap after this, but I don't want to do a full sleep or something even more messed up with my sleep schedule. More. There you go. Now, I want to show you this while I'm doing the stream here. So, the map enhancement got way better. This is a new feature. You see this ground detail adjustment? It makes it so that the level of detail is higher, but it uses the heck out of your VRAM. Like right now, I have 24 gigs in this thing. It's using about 20.4 gigs. So, you can always turn it down if you had to. The original looks like that, but I'll turn it off and watch what happens to the ground a little bit, if you can see it. You have to have a good reference though, so maybe that won't be the best reference. Let me look outside. Alright, here's the old landfill. I used to live in an apartment over here actually this one right here. But anyways, keep looking. I'm gonna turn the ground detail adjustment off and look really close at the textures here. They get a little blurry because it goes back to the resolution or level of detail that is typical in the simulator. Then if you turn it on, it gets a little bit more defined. So they made it so that now a lot of textures will load up ahead of you and you won't have problems with blurries as much. So it's definitely a level of detail thing that they did. So alright, let's change it to the approach chatter because I'd probably be on approach right now. My problems approach. But you see the difference if you keep comparing it. Like look at this grass here. I turn it off. It got a little blurrier. Turn it on. But the biggest thing I think is that it loads everything in the distance a lot faster. So when you're flying, you're not going to see us. I haven't seen blurries in a long time. But look, you can all the way out there. You can see a little bit of Newport already. You know what I'm saying? So that is a game changer. You do need the good VRAM for it though. So, we're on the medium setting right now, which is the best setting for me. If you have a 5090 with 32 gigs, you could probably go high and be okay. As long as you're able to keep up with you. See, is that me or is there a doubling of the football field here? This is Apple imagery. Basically colors a lot better. What's going on there? Are there two fields? Could be two fields. That is, I don't know. And then they have a house there, so I don't know. It's interesting. Over here, in real life, they'd be battle. Oh, do they have them actually? It's Battleship Code. They're loading in, but there's like a naval museum, if you will, USS Massachusetts there. I don't remember if I have seen that. Probably not. This bridge in real life, when you fly over at night, it has lights on it. They start putting lights on it again. And you see this little smokestack? That's because they tore those cooling towers down, but yet they left the thing there. So it is what it is. I think that's Diamond, which is high school.
Envoy 3936, speed 180, traffic.
No, street. I'm not looking at it. Let's see what's going on with the two football fields. Interesting. No, there's two football fields there. There's a track and football field, and then there must be an older one, or if it's a training field. There's two. There are no houses there, though. That is a pretty big high school in the area. Buildings, baseball field. So, gonna come down to Tiverton. There's a casino over here somewhere. exactly what that is. But we went there for the anniversary. It was okay. It's not the best one. Oh, there it is. Valley Street. This is the casino right over here. Yep, right over here. Right off the highway. So you go down here. It was alright. Not a lot of action there. A lot of slot machines and stuff. They have blackjack. Just a couple slot machines that are left. So. Yeah. Nice little flight out. Block Island. Block Island's all the way out there. It's an island. You can kind of see it over there. Newport, we're going to swing back to and take a landing there as well. And then that's Rhode Island out there. I actually grew up somewhere out there. Tiverton, Rhode Island right now. The resolution's a lot better because the level of detail is higher, so it loads that, but it taxes your graphics card because of it. I think it's very, very worth it. It's an awesome feature. I'm glad he did it because Microsoft took away the ability to have 512 by 512 resolution on the tiles for the ground scenery. Or it is that. We used to have high def with the map enhancement, but then Microsoft ripped away that ability by not supporting that high resolution. So I guess this will do it even better. So the level of detail becomes higher. So, but you do need a good graphics, enough VRAM with a good graphics card. So 228 is our heading. That way. I'm staying out of Class Charlie, but we're going to be above it anyways. Might remember us landing in the Providence, the 737. I don't know if that was the last stream. Might have been. So. Almost at cruise. Go. Build some speed, then kick it back to 2,400 RPMs. Yeah, I love flying out here. This is great. Actually camped at one of these beaches. I think it was that one in Westport, Mass. When I did this flight, I did this in, I want to say December of 2019. And it was the first and only time that I've had carb icing. And being a newer private pilot and on my own, I was like, what the heck is going on? And I thought it was something with the mixture, so I started messing with the mixture. And what was happening is the RPMs were revving up and down, and I was like, what's going on? And then I remembered the carb heat, and I put that on next, and that worked. I cleared it out within like 20 seconds at most. So we are on our way to Block Island, everybody.
2075 today.
Going direct. Yeah, this looks a lot better. That's the Mount Hope Bridge. Real time of weather here in the Northeast. Public Airways, I think that is. It's almost like yeah, this looks even better than what it did before. So map enhancement is awesome.
766, maintain 170 to take us over there, 12075.
Again, you're gonna have to go over all this water, so the safe thing to do is to go high, so you have a little bit of gliding distance. The good news is when I had that carbide icing, if my engine quit, I was up 6,500 feet, so I could have made it to the island still. Barely, but I had time to make it to the island, and I would have made it. So that's why you plan like this in advance. Here's the Newport Bridge, Newport, Rhode Island. It's pretty slamming in summer. We're coming to the end of summer now. camera's still working. Okay. I don't know why it freezes up like that. A little mismatched colors in the apple scenery here, but it still works. This is the best coloring. I have to agree with everyone else. It's like, why use Google? You should just use Apple. It's better. Jamestown Bridge, Newport Bridge.
Down to 10,000, I'll keep 300 pounds.
Yep, they got married somewhere over here-ish. The mansion. South Virginia. So we're able to rent out Booker Court, which is a old-time Victorian mansion that they used for the music department there at the time. They're no longer there. They did something else with it now. Let's see. I think it's one of these over here. It's very nice though. First and second beaches over here. Am I at 122.8? I probably am not. Let's do that. Let's do that network. There you go. That's a meeting call.
5538, turn rating 000.
I didn't file a flight plan because in real life you don't really have to. But no one's online anyways, so. We're having a nice little morning flight here. That's what we're after, so. It looks very much like this in real life, so. Out there is Martha's Vineyard. Another favorite place to go in the summer with my e-bike. However, I have not been flying in roads for a while because kids have sports and everything. And it might even be a year or two, I'm thinking now, because there's a lot going on with that. So it's just the way it is. Lock Island out there in the distance. That's gonna be our first destination for this morning flight.
2293, descend and maintain 7,000, maintain 250 knots. 7,000 below to 250.
Summer winding down. Saying. How did this connect? Oh, okay. I did some funky stuff with the internet, the modem, and the router the other day. So, my desktop, my laptop are still hardwired. Ethernet cable, Ethernet cable, but everything else is Wi-Fi. So I had it configured wrong between the modem and the router. The modem can do 1.2 gigabytes per second with the plan that we have, but I had it in the wrong port, so it was only giving me 1 gig all that time. And I was like, what's going on here? Eric, you're slipping. We're good now. Check my DG. There you go. It's all visual from here. Here's Point Judith, Rhode Island, which is probably the last point that you're gonna get to land at. Way across Rhode Island town, we got boats. Oh, excuse me. A little tired, but I just couldn't sleep. Here's Newport, Rhode Island, the airport. We're gonna land at that point. On the way back. Landed there once ever, so figure that out too. Yeah, these graphics look a little crisper, and I love that they got the real sim imagery, because in X-Plane 12 they use like this terrible driveway texture. I just don't like that at all. And this is a bird reservation, if you will, I think, or something like that. That's Newport, Rhode Island. This is the main downtown area. Over there. Actually, I'm sorry, over here. They have a bunch of clubs and stuff. I actually gigged down there a couple of times. Here in my early life. Newport Folk and Jazz Festival is pretty popular. It's been popular for a long time. Newport Jazz Festival's been like a big thing for jazz over the years. So that's where it happens. Usually at Fox Point over there now, or before they have the Tennis Hall of Fame down here. Somewhere around here. and actually might be over here. But that's where the first ones took place. Oh, look at that! You see some mansions right there. See that? Those are Victorian mansions, and this might be open court where I got married. So I might have done that one. Actually, yeah, it might be a little higher. Can't remember. I'm trying to judge by my wedding pictures, but because we took a picture of them. That's open court. That's where we got married right there. This is the Breakers. That's a famous mansion in Newport. You can go tour those and see how rich people lived in the early 1900s. Newport, Rhode Island's probably one of the big tourist places for the summer.
Heading 300 to join, Sky 6538.
Actually, that makes sense because we took a picture that way. They just land over there. Yeah. Alright. It was a beautiful morning. We are flying.
Sky 5538, there's your roll auto here, 11 o'clock, please come on.
You don't see these sights unless you wake up early. Block Island's out there in the distance. Alright, weather at Block Island will be on 134775, so let's get that in there. Oh, and the first time I went out here, the restaurant was closed. I went there for the restaurant, so it was winter. This is why not much to do. 254, we're going to do 28 then.
Wind 254 at 7. Visibility
Pretty good. We're about 19 nautical miles out.
Temperature
CTAP is 123.0.
Altimeter 299.5.
299.5.
Kilo Bravo India Delta Automated Weather Observation 11.
Sorry about that. 299.5.
11 o'clock, 5 miles southeastbound, typing out the unknown.
Go.
Kilo Bravo India Delta Automated Weather Observation 1100 Zulu. Wind.
My friend, well, I should say, friendly person from high school actually owns Bellard's Beach Club over there, and I just got back on Facebook. I had to start a new Facebook account after being hacked and my old one taken down. Still gonna see if I can get it back, but that might be a long time. But anyways, he put out to everyone in the alumni group that we have on Facebook that we should have it out here on Block Island. I don't know how people feel about that, but man, I'd love to go fly out there for that, you know. I just couldn't drink any alcoholic beverages, that's all. But yeah, I didn't visit Block Island until I started flying, and I lived in Rhode Island for like most of my life. Okay, taking it El Manuel, we're going to start a slow descent here. Get back to 2100. I'm going to let it drop and trim it for 500 feet per minute. Okay, we're going to be on destination Unicom. Runway 28 goes in for a right base, so we're going to actually do an extended final.
Kilo Bravo India Delta Automated Weather Observation.
Back to guard. Another guard.
254 at 7. Visibility.
You're on guard, Whip.
Sky condition clear. Temperature 22C. Dew point 21C. Altimeter 299.5.
Point northwestbound.
Early morning.
Friday Harbor Water.
Might do a small nap, like I said, after this. I want to go to bed at a decent hour. Ugh.
Your harbor area traffic. 708. Next point, landing
Looks
gear
like
1.
someone else is around there with an Airbus, which this is like a 2,600 foot runway, right? 2,500. So it is very short. Depending on the winds, it can be very, I wouldn't say bad. What am I looking for? It can be very dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. So, but it's calm, so we should be okay. Just want to get it down there. Oh, nice look over there. Why is he at 43 feet though? I don't know. But see, this is what that ground tech, you can start seeing trees and stuff earlier than what you used to. Because it's loading that it's loading the LODs to go higher by loading in the graphics card from a longer distance. So, and I also took the use config file to do that. So, keep that coming down, trimming down here. Yeah, well, I like flying the 152 in real life. It's a good plane to buy if you just want to fly solo. You know. It burns about 6 gallons per hour. When I did my test flight from Sullivan County to Taunton in this to see if everything was working, I think at the end it said I burned like 6 gallons, and that's like $42 if you charge $70 a gallon. So like, think about that. I went all the way from like Catskills to Taunton, Massachusetts for like $42 on gas. So that's not bad at all. You figure if you own the plane, you put in a fund for oil, maintenance, and the annual and stuff, and the engine replacement eventually. Figure like $100 maybe. You know, that's not bad at all. So, but it doesn't go fast. Like, see, this is a pretty nice flight because it's close, but if you want to go long distance, it's comfortable for me. It's the one I don't need the seat cushion on because I'm short. But everything else I typically bring the seat cushion for. It's just a pad that pads your butt in the back to make you taller and push more forward. Which, you know, I know I'm short. I didn't think I was that short, but yeah. You know, building them for comfort. And this one you'll be shoulder to shoulder with the person next to you. So it's pretty close. So right, we're descending. Cruising descent. Allison should have announced that, so let's do that too as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position.
Coming down.
Make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened and all carry-on luggage is stowed safely and securely in the aircraft. Thank you.
Because my computer simulator was doing all these weird funky things, so. It's one of those songs from the marathon. By the way, we're still raising money for Children's Cancer Research Fund if you watch this later on, or if you're watching now. tinyurl.com/donatefly. I'm still trying to get to $2,500, but I might promote that now on my Facebook even more, which I'm slowly getting everyone I had back there as friends. So slowly. Some of them you can't even add. You have to wait until they like show up as a possible friend from other people, and then you can add them. It's like really weird. So it wasn't like that before. That must be a setting.
Do a left ascending, turn to right, downwind for 169.
All right, Block Island, right off our right there. TBI tractor, let's get that thing going on. That's about what you see. You can see a little over the nose for me, my height usually. But this is better for short people because people that can fit into it, it's a little cheaper per hour to rent too as well. I think it's like, it was 110 last time I rented it, but it's probably up to like 125 now. And actually with this fuel surcharge, it was $6. So, but things go up because things get more expensive in my flight school. They don't do bad on prices. So Block Island traffic, Cessna 2 Echo Foxtrot. We're about 10 nautical miles to the east, setting up an extended final for runway 28 Block Island.
Lopez Island traffic, 66 back is turning final for runway 16. It's going to be full stop
Just make
Lopez.
sure that was doing its thing. I also found out why I had some shadowing those
on
on the taxi lights and stuff. It's because my monitor has this refresh special thing, overdrive thing, and I turned it off and started doing it.
Prime traffic, Sky 80 Mike, turn right down 16 Freddy Harbor.
But yeah, if I have my high school reunion out here, it's gonna be the 30th reunion. Can you believe 30 years? Holy crap! But if we do end up having it on Block Island, I might try to fly out there. That'd be kind of cool. You know? Maybe take some friends, offer people a ride. So. See what happens. Be kind of interesting, people. I'll also have to see what time it's at, you know. I can fly at night and stuff. I'd have to get current to take passengers at night. That'd be kind of cool. I think it's like $10 to go here, unless they raise that price now. That's the landing fee. And in the summer it can get quite busy, so not so much the winter. And I still haven't eaten at the restaurant here, but then it closed down, but then they opened a new one. And what I did notice is they got rid of the in the real life they have wind turbines out there, so I don't know why they're not in the sim anymore. But so I might put those back in myself. But over there is Montauk. Is that Long Island? That might be Long Island, Montauk. So just like real life, you can see it right there in the distance. Okay. Enriching the mixture here as we get towards 3,000. Goes all the way in at 3,000. Gonna be extended final for only 2.8.
Traffic. This is Sting 808.
Early morning ops here.
We'll be entering a left base for 25.
There's the airport.
Now at altitude,
Beautiful visibility this morning, so we're gonna land right there at 2.8.
808 Tango Lima.
Did I have the mic off the whole time? I probably did. I'm sorry. I was just saying we're lined up for 2.8 now. Oh man. All right, full mixture to get towards 3,000. Block Island traffic says the 2 Echo Foxtrot extended final runway 28. We're about 7 nautical miles out.
Traffic. Cessna 26 Quebec. Cessna 150.
All right.
Descending from 2,500.
First landing of the day, and I might go more places, but the goal is Block Island, Newport. But we'll see about maybe doing another airport around the area too. Have some fun. Sunday flying at its best. A lot of altitude there. Getting down with the airport altitude's about 100 feet, so it's about 1,100 for the traffic pattern or directed. Now the beach club I'm talking about is right here. It's called Ballard's Beach Club. It's kind of like the biggest one on the island. But I went to school with the guy that owns it, so he's like, let's have our reunion here. I'm like, I don't mind. Again, I never went to Block Island before I started flying. I've been there like 3 times now, all because I became a private pilot. So I'm not much for ferry services. Even on the ferry, I think it's like $50 now. So I'd rather make it an adventure, you know. But maybe someday I'll take the ferry because my family doesn't want to fly. My kids would, but my wife doesn't want to fly. So I have to get current again, like I said. So maybe we'll just do it. I have to go to Block Island for someday, probably next year, if possible. But I went here by myself in winter. I had to become a private pilot. Then I came either with my friend or I did. I came with my friend and we took a taxi cab in to go eat at the beach club and meet up with our old high school acquaintance. He was there. That was pretty cool. So, and then I came a third time with my e-bike in the back and I biked the island. That was pretty cool. I think that was 2 summers ago though. That's what the e-bike. That's what I'll be doing in September. I won't be e-biking it though. The motor stays off for those miles. 150 miles of biking in September. Block Island traffic. Cessna 2 Echo Foxtrot 3 nautical miles out on the final runway 28. Block Island. Full stop. Block Island.
Hey, Mary.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm headed that way. I'll be that way.
Get our car P'd on.
18 minutes.
1700 RPMs.
Yeah, I'll land at your ranch.
This is better than the default,
there, just
but
over the tree line.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to try the default
Wait,
today because this has little quirks in it too.
Yeah, copy.
We're in the white arc, 10 degrees flaps, angle down. Should be about 80, 75. It's a pretty nice island. They have a, you can definitely bike the whole island. And they do rent bikes, but again, I like to bring my e-bike. They actually put the motor on match the green, so that's pretty cool. And they, at this poor man's grill or something like that over there, that was a pretty good restaurant for like, it's like a pub for like sandwiches and stuff. Excuse me. Block Island traffic says the 2 Echo Foxtrot, final runway 28 full stop, Block Island. This is Payware, it used to be, and then the simulator, Microsoft got it from the company and made it like part of the default thing here. Right back to 15. And another 10 degrees flaps. Angle down. About 70.
Traffic Cessna 7630.
Might about 60 on the approach.
Will be attempting to go staying in the pattern left turn.
We'll pull over and we'll look at the island.
Traffic Cessna 7630. Papa up 11A will be making a right turn out to the
A little
northwest.
closer, full flaps. Got a little bit of wind here that we're bumping into. Trim up slightly. Whoa. Okay, 152 is pretty lightweight, so if you got wind, you're probably gonna feel it.
Traffic helicopter 75 Whiskey Delta is 3 miles to the west.
Alright.
And we'll be transitioning east side. We have
Good
the
landing will be on.
traffic on the base
28.
inside. We'll go behind you.
Birds. We got birds. Birds. Yeah, get a little bit of wind here. Okay, throttle coming out. Oops. Whoa. Whoa! That sucks. I might have to go around. See if I can save this. A little slow. I got throttle up, so I don't know what's going on.
What's your position?
Throttle out.
75
Holy
Whiskey Delta, we're about
shnikes.
2 miles to the west.
That'd probably be a go around in real life, but we'll see. No, that was pretty good landing,
1 mile
actually.
to the west, 2000.
Actually, we did pretty good there in the simulator. In real life, I'd probably go around at that point. We were getting pushed around in the wind there. Block Island traffic says the 2 Echo Foxtrot clear of runway 28. Block Island. Car feet off, flaps up. Trim set for tick off. You can take the strobes off. And nav lights, switch to taxi.
We'll be staying 1,000
Alright,
below.
let's
We got
go.
no decaf.
I'm gonna leave the engine on, so I have to do a run up. But in the summer, they'll make you park on this grass over here. That's how crowded it usually gets in the summer. We have a bunch of warbirds here. I don't know what's up with that, but all right.
Traffic helicopter 75 Whiskey Delta 1 mile to the west. We have the landing traffic
Pull it
inside.
over here.
Again, we'll pass behind you. We'll be no factory.
Take the drone cam out. Go search up the island. The restaurant is right there in front of us.
Traffic.
Gone.
Sierra 44 Juliet is 2 miles to the west. Cross over the field for a left downwind 17.
12 tracker off. Should be about 1,000-ish. Right about there. Okay, good. Let's take the drone cam off. Go. Welcome to Block Island, everybody. First landing for the day. This is again, I can't remember who made it, but they gave it to Microsoft. But Microsoft bought it off them. So it's one of the
And traffic, Suburban 44
United
Juliet,
States
turning short final
editions there.
17,
But
full
it looks
stop.
just like this. So if you remember my charity, you might remember a video of me biking at an airport. It was from here. It parked over here on the grass like these airplanes. And I rode my bike down this way.
Papa, left base
Toured the whole island. I kind of went right into the lobby with it. It was pretty cool. They're like, oh yeah, you're all set. Cool. Pay the $10 fee and then basically get out of the airport this way. There's a sign there. I don't know if they modeled the sign, but they did. Oh, they did. Block Island State Airport. Yep. So you get on this road, just kind of downhill, which is nice on a bike at least. Then downtown is towards this way. I should say not downtown. I guess it, well, kind of like the downtown, but they have restaurants and stores here. Then here's that Bella's Beach Club that my acquaintance from high school owns. So, and then the ferry comes right in here, so that's kind of real. But when I biked the island, there's some history here. There was some Native Americans that like had a battle or something, and it was over here at the Bluffs. They also have a lighthouse you can check out here, which isn't here, but I'm gonna model it maybe in the simulator. So I might have that in Flexion.to. I thought about doing the whole island up as much as I can. See what happens. But the lighthouse is here. You can park your bike here and go visit the lighthouse on the edge here. And then they have a parking area here where the bluffs are. You can park here, which I also do with my bike. And you go right through here, and there's a big staircase down, but it's pretty treacherous. But you get a nice view of the ocean here. The Atlantic Ocean, if you will. From the top of the stairs. I think I went down to about here. And I was like, yeah, I'm good. But pretty cool. And then you can just bike the whole island. They have like restaurants out here and houses and stuff like that. But it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool place to visit, bike the island and stuff. Do some fun stuff. There's like a rock that everyone paints. I think it's over here. But I think I went all the way out here, down this road, and then I kind of looped back to the airport. So I didn't really go over here. It's like just big farms or whatever that is. So that is Block Island, Rhode Island. Next time I go, I actually want to go more like over here, and I want to go up and visit the north part because I never did that. So but you can tell there's lots of boats. So, lots of boats. Yeah. It's pretty cool. But you know, the island. How long has the island been inhabited? I mean, they had Native Americans there, but let's check it out. Block Island is an island on the Outer Lands coastal archipelago, New England, located approximately 9 miles south of mainland Rhode Island and 14 miles east of Long Island's Montauk, which is get out there. So that's actually Long Island right there.
Aviation 7630 final one.
Actually,
doesn't go.
Long Island, Montauk's over there. So maybe we'll go to Montauk. Actually, maybe I'll break it up a little bit. Yeah, maybe I will. I think I will actually. All right, Block Island's popular summer tourist destination known for its bicycling, hiking, sailing, fishing, surfing, and beaches. The Block Island Northern Light. I don't think that's in here.
Traffic 760 Papa turning left base for 18 will be a touch and go, and then a right turn out to the northwest.
I don't think it is. Lighthouse would be over here, I think. So that might be another one for me to try to model. Yeah, this might be it over here, but it's not modeled. Like I said, it's a pretty nice place to fly to and spend the day. A little expensive, but.
Traffic Cessna 760
Alright.
Papa turning base for 18.
The Niantic people call the island Manice.
Base for
So,
18.
or just little island. And they hunted deer, cat, caught fish and shellfish, and grew corn, beans, and squash. Three Sisters. That's what they call that. Alright. And they think that they established an establishment as early as 500 BC here on this island. It's interesting. Alright. Anyways, it was established in 1664, so that was during the right after the Pilgrims, like 40 years later. They were actually having a war over there called the King Philip's War. So
Traffic Cessna 1235 Echo, we're turning out to the west about 2 miles south of the field.
And I guess the Niantics battled with the something or another. So they had a big battle, and again, there were people thrown over that bluff over there. It's all like written down in history over there if you visit. So you got the VOR here and everything, which I didn't even use. It's all visual. All right, let's go to Montauk. Let's have some fun. Another airport I've been to, Montauk. Okay, so that's what we'll do now. All right. Non-towered. We're all good. Montauk's not towered either, but there is a landing fee, and it was $25 when I went. I think it's up to $40. It's a private airport on Long Island. They're trying to. Oops, my engine died. Hope we're doing that. And that again is the WP Sim mod. Oops. What's going on? What's going on? Don't tell me you messed up again. Let's see what it says on the maintenance. No, we're good. All right. All right, let's start her up again. Clear prop. Clear! Why are you not staying started? Oh, this is not good. Clear prop! Very interesting. All right, let's turn off the radio for now. Let's turn everything off. If we have to restart, but I don't really want to. Alright, let's prime it. Full goal is not to have to restart this thing. So I don't know what's going on there, but alright, clear prop, here we go, let's see what happens. Clear prop!
Traffic, Skyhawk 72.9, exiting at Bravo 2, taxiing back to the ramp via Alpha.
Well, that's interesting. What's going on?
Traffic Colonel 368, left base 23, full
Fuel
stop.
on? Yeah. Well, that's the mod for you. Has a little bit of a problem. It's a little grumpy. Alright, unless it's...
Traffic Colonel 368 is a mile and a half final for 23.
Nope. Doesn't want to stay on. Okay, turn off all the lights except for beacon. Alright, let's think about this. What could be going on? There is no fuel pump. It's gravity fed. Fuel's on. Said it had oil. Beacon on. Alright, let's see. Clear prop. Clear prop!
Yeah, go ahead. Can we get some fuel, please, Anchor 5?
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. Yeah, stay on. To get followed mags or something at this point.
Traffic Vision Jet 72 Alpha
I'll
Papa
leave
10
that
mile
like that.
final.
Alright, turn the radio on. So you shouldn't be hearing chatter right now, but now you do. Alright, we're gonna go to Montauk next. Block and Montauk was your face from... There you go. That's what I'm talking about, Ron. And thank you for chatting. I just saw your chat. So, yep. Definitely was one of my favorites when I first started flying too, because I went right to Block Island.
I will just be here for about 10-15 minutes, grabbing some fuel, and we'll be on our way.
Hopefully this thing will keep working here. Alright, let's get some ATIS just to make sure we got the current weather still. But it looks just like this. They did a very good thing here.
Automated weather observation. 1100 Zulu. Wind 25487. Visibility 10.
I'm still
Sky condition.
29 out of 5. Same thing. Okay. Back to guard. I'm gonna go runway 28. Hopefully the engine won't quit. All right. And we'll go high still, because we're gonna go over the water. 6,500. Yet a lot of people just like that don't care about safety. We're like, why are you going that high? But I'm gonna do that. So, right, Montauk. It is.
We're doing a quick turn.
Let's actually add to my flight plan.
Okay.
Oops. Disconnected. How'd you, what? How'd you disconnect? Uh-oh. I have to do everything manually. Okay. Okay, I did some work on my instrument the other day. There you go. Alright, we're good now. So let me show you my electronic flight package I use in real life. I'm Mr. El Cheapo, because I just used the Free of Air app for Android, but I'm going to add in Montauk. Oh, then we'll go back to Newport. Taunton. Maybe we'll fit one more airport in, depends how I feel. So I didn't sleep all night. So. All right, let's go runway 28. Get towards my right. Look pretty good. Tow guide tracker on. I'm gonna pull out of here. So here we go. Parking brake off. I never put the parking brake on in my life because we get stuck with the hydraulics. You got issues. So. All right, 28 it is.
Radio check, please.
Losing a little bit of frames here, so
You're loud and clear.
something like that.
Thank you very much.
There's only 2 taxiways in this airport, so well, 2 that you get off the runway with. It's actually 4, I guess. That way, got a little frame problem there. Come on now, simulator. Don't be doing me like that. Alright, we're gonna skip the run up still, even though in real life at the end of off I did. Alright. So now looks good. Rotate at 50, climb at 67. Let's go across the ordered Montauk. Sunday morning flying. What's up, Game Town? How's it going? Thanks for tuning in on YouTube. Okay, I'm gonna call this thing so. Block Island traffic says in 2 Foxtrot departing runway 28, departure to the west. Block Island. Almost said Montauk. Now I am gonna go all the way to the end over here. So we want maximum runway. This is only 2,600 feet, so. Wish my frames would work with me though. What's going on with that? I don't know, man. Come on now. We did so good coming in here. Yeah, I can see that. Alright, let me turn it down. Give me a second as I turn it down. Alright. But that ground detail adjustment thing, if it maxes out your car like that, like I must be up to like 22 gigs of VRAM use. Turn it down and it typically works its way out.
Traffic, Cessna 7 Alpha, 4 miles.
See, it's getting a little bit better.
Approaching for full stop.
Alright, in the middle. Now, we are going to do a short field takeoff just to be safe here because it is going to get kind of warm here. But brakes are on, 10 degrees of flaps. Go, rev it up. And release, here we go. Slight back pressure. Sorry about my frames, everybody. Why I have such problems. This is gonna suck if it doesn't work right. Come on now, I got right rudder in. Now left rudder, because I can't see. Oh, I'm so sorry about frames. Well, that was scary, only because of frames. But alright, about 57. Flaps up. Go to 67. There we go. I don't know why it did that, but it did. Anyways, we're gonna go direct out here. Directly out. Looks a lot better now. I don't know. Okay, we're experimenting with that ground detail adjustment thing a little bit, but let's go back to medium. See what it does. I also have my task manager. We're using 21.3 gigs of VRAM. That's not typical. It's not typical.
Traffic, Cessna up Alpha, departing pattern to the southeast.
Alright, we're good now though. We'll see you later, Block Island. It's this beautiful too when you do this. Alright, Montauk is going to be slightly too large.
Traffic, Cessna 208.
Left.
4 miles south, inbound, full stop.
Put the autopilot on, make my life easy. And also so that we can look outside the aircraft with all of you.
Traffic, Cessna 208, entering left downwind runway 17.
So Montauk's a nice airport, but it is very expensive for a landing fee. So. And it's gonna be out there in the distance. So. 70G. We got some contrails up there.
Traffic Cessna 208, left base, runway 17.
Someone else is going to Montauk over here. I don't know if that's real life or not, but. Gonna have to keep drinking my coffee. Enjoy your coffee in the morning. Okay, turn that tablet off so you can actually see.
Traffic, jump off Alpha, 5 miles south and bound for landing 17.
Oh, coffee's good. So, quick hop over here. I'm going right for the tip of Long Island, right over here. And I have a video of me actually landing here in the 152. So let me see if I can put that up really fast before we make a landing here. This is years ago. This is what, 2021. I think my brother was still around for this one. Start from Montauk. There we go. Alright, so here's me in the 152. Probably one of the, I don't want to say scariest, but one of the worst crosswinds I've had to deal with. So. Oh, got a commercial.
Hi,
give me a second.
I'm Liberty Bibberty, and I'm here to tell everyone about Liberty Mutual's great.
Awesome. Here we go. So this is what we're gonna do right now. Oops, on the simulator. Oh no. Oops, crap. There you go. That's what it looks like in real life in the 152. Notice I'm wearing the inflatable life vest if I needed it, because I was going to go over all that water. Not required unless it's 15 nautical miles, but it's a smart thing to do. This is, now that wind is coming right off of these sand dunes and everything, so that's why it's getting really rickety here. Look at that. Look at the yoke, which I'm pushing on that. Yeah, it's a lot of wind. And we got it. That's one of my proudest moments, but we had to make sure that we were going to have enough time to stop too, so I was ready to go around. Now it's about as far as I was going to go with that. And I was going to do a go around, but we got it down, so.
Cessna 46 Quebec, 1 mile west at 1,500 feet.
And again, it was like a $25 landing fee. And I only went out there just to say, hey, I went to Long Island. First, I went to Long Island, too. So, being a pilot, now as you can tell, us during COVID times with the mask. That's Montauk, everybody. So let's relive it in the simulator. Okay, I'm gonna put that to the side. And I'm gonna say no, go to 2,900-ish. Let's go down just by a little bit.
Quebec, crossing midfield at 1,200 feet.
Kick it back, 2,400. Actually, I want to kind of descend there, so let's see. Make it descend by just a little bit. So there are some clouds here too. Let's go to 2,500. All right. 122.7 is the Unicom here. Yep. There you go. All right, and the weather would be Block Island. Let's get the Block Island weather.
Kilo Bravo, India,
I'm thinking I'm going too far. Yeah, 2-4.
We're right behind you. We'll follow you. 264 at Niner. Visibility 10. Sky condition.
2995 still. All right, back to guard.
Temperature 240 dew point.
You're on guard, Whip.
Montauk's gonna be right over there. Yeah. Okay, pad altitude's about 1,000. So coming down there.
Cessna 46 Quebec.
And we are gonna go direct in for a final again, because I'm not hearing anything on the radio. So Montauk traffic says in 2 Echo Foxtrot. We're about 8 nautical miles out to the north. East, setting up an extended final for runway 24, full stop, Montauk. Excuse me. Let's see how this goes this time. But that wind, it's right on the coast. So that wind was 25 knots. It was pretty strong. It was gusting to 25. It was like 18 gusting 25 if I remember right.
Cessna 46 Quebec, final 17.
Oh, coffee's good. Oh my god. Been a while since I had a nice cup of coffee in the morning. Real time and weather and everything, so oops. Hey, keep going. What are you doing? Keep descending.
Traffic, Honor 114 X-ray.
And I didn't have autopilot name. 152, so I flew, so that was all. I find it easier to hand fly in real life though, compared to the simulator. Especially the 152. It's very easy plane to fly. It just gets bounced around in the wind. So typically 20 knots is my my cutoff, but I already flew out there and it was 25, and I was like, let's try it.
Traffic, Cessna 208.
But you can see it took a lot to get it down there. I was riding that throttle all the way down. Yeah. Now iSlip, getting back to iSlip. iSlip was my cross-country planning for my oral and the check ride, if you will.
Traffic, Cessna 28, departing to the south.
Obviously, we didn't fly all the way out there, but it's pretty easy to get to in the northeast.
Traffic.
But again, this is one of those things about flying is that you could get a day trip out to Long Island. It takes you like a little over an hour from where I live in the 152.
Traffic Cessna 208 is 3 to the southeast, inbound 17.
Lowest aircraft I usually fly here, so. There's the runway right there. Let's hand fly this in, shall we? Toby eye tracker on.
Copy, Cessna 565 on the 45 for the left downwind 17.
Montauk traffic says in 2 Echo Foxtrot, 4 nautical miles out. Final runway 24, full stop, Montauk.
Traffic Cessna 28 departing to the southwest.
We have scenery here too, so.
Traffic Cessna 46 Quebec is straight out departure to the south.
Then I'm gonna fly back to Newport, and then probably Taunton, call it a day. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Might do North Central though. That's my childhood local GA airport. We'll see what happens. What good song to kind of land with. We got boats. Okay. We're looking pretty good.
Traffic 92 Alpha Fox, let's turn downwind.
I don't have my landing light on or anything. Jesus, Eric. There you go. Alright, let's get car feed on. 1700 RPMs. Getting the weight arc there, get 10 degrees of flaps. There you go. Angle it down. Should be about 80 to 75.
Traffic 92 Alpha Fox, left turn base 05.
Yeah, a lot of these airports are closing on Long Island, so why did my parking brake go on? That was weird. This WB Sim mod has some quirks to it.
Traffic 92 Alpha Fox, left final 05.
Excuse me. Getting a little bit of wind here. I'm only gonna go 20-degree flaps here. Alright, 1500. Let's take a flaps. And that's it. I'm gonna ride it at 20 degrees. That's what we typically do when there's big winds.
Traffic 92 Alpha Fox, going around.
Yeah, the sand dunes you can't really see, like you can see them in front, but you can't see them on the side. So now we have the WB Sim mod do its weird thing with speed, but that's okay. 3,200 feet. We should be able to do this. Compared to Block Island, it's a little bit longer. Montauk traffic says the 2 o'clock Foxtrot final runway 24 full stop Montauk. Right over that little hump there.
Traffic, Archer 3 Foxtrot Lima is 25 miles.
Coming out a little bit. Yep, got a little bit of wind. Man, it's not doing its thing. Oh God. All right, throttle's out. Not bad. Not bad. Got a little aileron crunching to the right because of the wind.
792 Alpha Fox, left turn 05.
There we go. We're down. Let's give me that error again. Let's turn down. Welcome to Montauk. We'll do the same thing. We'll send the drone cam out and have some fun with it.
Got it. 292 Kilo Foxtrot, 10 miles west of the field. Down for landing. We'll set up for left downwind runway 5.
Excuse me. The allergies are kicking in for some reason. Alright, and that's the thing. You just let it roll all the way down. Take you left here. Private jet right over there.
Traffic 92 Alpha Fox, left turn 05 base.
Okay, gonna go to the back here where we parked in real life. Excuse me. Usually they have a marshal.
Traffic 92 Alpha Fox, left turn final 051.
I'll try leaving it on again. Maybe the engine won't quit this time. I'll carb heat off. That might help. Flaps up. Trim set for takeoff. Yep, would it help to do that?
Traffic
Before you started going all the way in.
5.5 miles west of the field. We'll enter on the 45 for a left downwind.
Yeah, parked right here in real life, though. Very nice scenery. Okay, let me get the parking brake on so nothing goes on here. Okay. I'll leave you at 1200 now. But alright, Toviac tracker off. Let's take the drone cam out and have some fun. We got birds. Now, I did not get to go off the airport. I literally had like a family function to go to. But I just wanted to fly to Montauk to say I've been to Long Island. So, as you can see, it's pretty much here. And then they have some very good scenery, actually. I think this is freeware from flightsim.to, if I remember right. It's actually better than the payware one. But yeah. Over here, there's supposed to be some good seafood restaurants. I'm not into seafood, but there's supposed to be some good ones up the road over here. Then obviously, you can go that way. There's Montauk Lighthouse over there. Go over there for you. Montauk Light. I don't know if they call it that, but so that'd be kind of cool to take the e-bike and go see. There you go. I knew it was gonna load sometime. There you go. There you go. Just took a little while. Very cool. This looks like one of those World War II fence stations there.
traffic, Archer 3 Fox.
I don't know what that is,
10
but
miles to the northeast.
pretty cool.
Land 05.
And then if you keep going down that way, you get to the Hamptons and stuff. GZ and Beyonce land, if you will. But again, a lot of these airports, they're trying to close them down because the land is very valuable. So people want to develop it. So that's why they charge so much for landing fee. It's a private airport, but still, make a day out of it. Don't do what I did. Just don't go land and say I've been to Long Island. But that is true. This is the only time I've ever been to Long Island. So it is what it is. But all right, we're gonna get back in the plane. And now I'm going to go to Newport, Rhode Island, everybody. Which is going to be across Rhode Island sound again. Give me a second.
Has 2 Alpha Foxtrot. Will enter the downwind behind 2 Alpha Foxtrot.
Alright, coffee will help. Alright, I'm going to do 5,500 on the way back. Departing runway 24. Everything looks good. Probably blinding people with strobes, but that's alright. Okay, let's go taxi to 28, shall we? Park and brake off. And here we go. We're gonna go straight ahead. Toby eye tracker on. Get to see inside there. None of those open when I was there. So I'm going to go right over here. Right turn out as soon as practical on 24. They don't want you to go over civilization if you don't have to, but it looks very much like this too. It looks like it's a path in the woods as you taxi back. Pretty cool. It's like camping with your plane as you go down a trail here.
Foxtrot Lima, we're just going to do a touch, guys.
When I get back to rural flying sometime, not anytime soon, but when I get back to rural flying, probably want to go to Long Island again. So, I'll have to get my flight review done again, and then I'll be good to go on that. By simming, I think I'm going to be pretty good except for the field of the plane. But that's why you do the flight reviews, right? Okay. Left the plane running, so I'm not going to do a run-up. Just the whole reason why I left it running. But, alright, right turn out as soon as practical.
92 Alpha Fox, going from
clear there.
To the parking area.
Montauk traffic, Cessna 2 Echo Foxtrot, departing runway 24, departure to the northeast. Montauk. There's that big hill right there, too. That's kind of intimidating when you first come here. Middle. Use all the runway we can. Rotate 55, 567. And here we go. Full throttle. Airspeed is live. And rotate. Pretty good.
3 Foxtrot Lima, turn left, final runway 5.
To my right here for traffic. Birds. Okay, gonna turn right. Some downdrafts here.
Traffic 19 November Tango's on the go. 5.
Traffic support 19 November
Alrighty
Tango,
then.
turning left crosswind for runway 5.
Set them up there. Autopilot. We're on the right, so we're good to go. 500 feet per minute. Keep that thing climbing. Altitude's armed. Tobii tractor off. Let's look outside as we depart. Montauk.
Departing runway 5.
There you go. See, that's what they want you to avoid, is not go over all that. Help it. Obviously, safety comes first. Yep. Just checking to see if we've got any more donations. Nope. But if you do want to donate, I'm doing a bike challenge called the Great Cycle Challenge, 7th year in a row. We did a big marathon in the Caribbean about 2 weeks ago. And we raised $1,078. Try to get to $2,500 though. So if you want to help me out there and donate, anything that you can, tinyurl.com/donate fly takes you to my fundraising portal, and just get me a little closer to 2,500 if you can make it happen. So. Now going back to Newport, Rhode Island, I'm gonna do a landing there and decide what I want to do after that. We'll ultimately be going back to Taunton, landing there, finish out our flight. There you go. You can be my wingman anytime if you want to join me on any of this flying. I know it's early, but
Charlie is about 2 miles to the north. We're transitioning
You are still danger.
west side.
You can be my wingman anytime.
Bullshit. You can be mine.
we're on the east server from Excel Flight Simulator 2024. So just left out of Montauk, and we're going to Kilo Uniform.
Traffic
Next.
19 November Tango taxi.
Right around where I got married. So.
5, yeah.
Keep bringing the coffee here. Alright. 37.4 nautical miles away.
Traffic, helicopter 862 November Charlie, approximately 3 miles to the south of airport. We're heading to our base there, about 5 miles south.
But the Northeast, we're very lucky if you can fly here because you have a little of everything. You have the islands, you have airports all close together here. You got Boston, you can go to Hartford, you can go to New York in like an hour and a half. If you want to go hit some mountains, you go north to New Hampshire. So we get a little of everything there, you know. But yeah, really like flying here, and it's gonna be a little while because my kids are growing up and stuff, but they are growing up, I should say. Lots of activities and stuff. So this will have to do.
5 miles to the west southwest.
If you're wondering what I'm using for navigation, it's my rolled electronic flight bag here. So right there has some ADS-B stuff. That's just the pumped in traffic though, real world traffic that is. So it used to show VATSIM traffic and everything, but now it just does the pumped in real world traffic. So it is what it is.
Traffic 5 Sierra Foxtrot is 10.5 mile final for 05, will be full stop. Traffic, Skymaster 9 Golf Charlie, departing runway 08.
Elizabeth Field over there. That'd be kind of a cool one to go fly into too as well. Rhode Island excursion.
Traffic, Skymaster 9 Golf Charlie, will be departing to the
Then you got Connecticut over there. And then Rhode Island's right over here. Westerly. Landed there before in real life. I hit all the Long Island, Connecticut coastal airports there. So, God, why are my allergies like terrible? All right, I gotta blow my nose. Auto, take control. Be right back.
Traffic Skyhawk 97055, departing 18 south to the northeast.
And I'm back. All right. Early morning flying because I couldn't sleep all night.
3 miles from the airport. We're going to cross midfield, 2,500 feet. Enter to a teardrop. Enter the town.
Coffee's good. It's good. It's good. Beautiful morning here in the northeast of Hawaii. Not bad at all. Winds are pretty calm overall. A little bumpy getting to some airports, but not just on the coast.
Enjoying the downwind for 8.
Why my eyes bugging me now? Oh my god, because I'm tired, that's why. Yeah, right. Newport. Pasadena sauce 132075. So it's that ready to go. 32075.
97055. Turning space for 8.
Let's see if we get it already.
Kilo uniform, automated weather observation, 1200 Zulu. Wind, 270 at 4. Visibility, 10. Sky condition, clear. Temperature, 25C.
Beautiful
dew point,
weather.
22C. Altimeter, 299er tree.
299er.
Kilo uniform, automated weather observation, 1200 Zulu. Wind, 270 at 4. Visibility, 10. Sky condition, clear. Temperature, 25C. Dew point, 22C. Altimeter, 299er tree.
Alright, gotta lean out the mixture too as well. So let's do that.
Kilo uniform, automated weather observation, 1200 Zulu.
So
Wind,
RPM's there.
270 at 4. Visibility, 10. Sky condition, clear. Temperature, 25C. Dew point, 22C. Altimeter, 299er tree. Kilo uniform, automated weather observation, 1200 Zulu. Wind, 270 at 4. Visibility, 10. Sky condition, clear. Temperature,
Tablet off for now.
25C. Dew point, 22C. Altimeter, 299er tree.
Here we go. A lot of flights here. Got JetBlue flight, slow roll of traffic. Captain Andy is not real roll like he's multiplayer. Southwest Airlines. So, Crook Tizzle. Oh boy. Let's go outside. That's Block Island in the distance. Sweet shot. And Montauk out there. It's crazy how close things are here in the East. You can go to New York, to Rhode Island, and if you want to, you can go to Connecticut over there. We're heading back to Rhode Island, Newport. So. Pretty good while doing it too.
Sarah, can you hold short so I can pass by?
Oh.
Thank you.
Got some ships out there in the distance. Block out. So I touched up the simulator because it wasn't working for me that well, and now it's pretty good. Those out of memory messages only because I'm running that thing pretty hard. Right now, out of the 24 gigs of VRAM I have, I got 21 gigs being used. So when it hits like 22, it starts giving me that warning, you know. That right there is westerly. coming in here in real life, you have to. It's good to be able to Providence approach in real life because they have aircraft coming in like jet airliners.
Traffic
So
RB14, clear the
it's
active
nice
runway.
to have them
Back to
because
overflow parking.
they will vect you around traffic if they have to. As far as my landings for today, guess that was there.
Traffic fuel truck.
Hey, 172 wasn't back, so we had some wind going on. Let's see if it has the other one. Yeah, it does. Okay. There we go. -203. Yeah, it was a little strong. Didn't seem like it was strong. But, it is what it is. To Quidneck Island.
Traffic fuel truck, Fairmont runway.
Newport State. All the airports in Rhode Island are owned by the state except for
Traffic red white seaplane. We're just to the north, following the shore
which I think is
eastbound
this
at
one.
1600
It's a private airport. What's this one? Now, I don't know if that one's private or not. That one I've never even seen in real life. I've probably flown over 20 times. I grew up over here though, near North Central. So maybe we'll do North Central next. I don't know. I'm kind of tired. I didn't sleep all night. So I'm doing the best I can. But, looks like there's someone down in Taunton. Oh no, that was me. Hello, that's why I'm tired. Wow. All right. Anyways, we'll keep this thing going. Well, on coast is pretty beautiful. Point Judith is over there. This is Rhode Island as well. Westerly. Landed there in the winter. How far out are you? Some snow trucks and everything. And this over here used to be our Charlestown airport. It was around since World War II. They closed it down and they made it like this natural area. So never had the chance to even go there. Once you lose an airport, you usually lose it for life. So.
What if you're I'm on short final right now, but I'm in a rag.
Captain Andy. Sounds like we got some traffic there. It's American Airlines 2495. Charlotte. Yeah, Charlotte. They're probably going to Charlotte. That doesn't make sense. Let me check out the flight over and see where they're going. What's going on with that one? American Airlines 2495. Okay, real life is from Charlotte. That makes more sense. Going to Providence, so that makes sense. Again, that's why if you have a pro chair, they usually vect you around any traffic that's going in. You see with that ground detail map enhancement, you can see the bridge a little bit more than what you would in the typical simulator mode here. So I think it's worth it. It is going to tax your graphics card. You need VRAM. Even regular RAM you probably need to. I have 128 gigs, yeah. I'm using 70 gigs of RAM right now. And then the VRAM is 21.3, so. But it looks really good. Why am I going high? I armed it. That was weird. Okay, well, let's go back down. That was weird. I armed it and everything. There we go.
Aircraft Unico bound. This is November 79er.
Way too high.
We're about to cross runway 8 at Echo, going over the north side of the Skyline.
Yesterday would have been my mother's 78th birthday. Imagine that. But when you think about it, it's in the cemetery she's buried at. It's like over here somewhere, along with my brother. So might be a little cryptic, but I do look for it when I fly too. When I fly over, I give him a little nod, if you will.
Traffic, tower was on an approach to runway 26. We'll be breaking off the left downwind.
There you go, Point Judith. Should have a lighthouse down there. This is Narragansett. Get a lot of beach houses there in the summer. Yeah, I know I made a screenshot. I just did the screenshot. Oh boy. Oh. There's a aircraft out of Taunton. I think that's a Roval aircraft. They finally have a school there. It's been there for about, I'd say about a year and a half. Something like that. And it says Taunton to Newport. They're going to, or they just landed in Newport. Yeah, so from Taunton to Newport, kind of like what I'm doing. Real old flight.
Traffic.
Oh, isn't that interesting? That might be the training aircraft though. Taunton. That's what I'm thinking. It's a Cessna. Is it 172? Looks like 172. Maybe not. Could be a private one. If I ask the owner, let's see what the registration says. No, it might be just a 172 that's owned. Well, anyways, it's down there. Taunton, real world traffic. Nice Cessna 172, it looks like. It's owned by the Skyhawk LLC. A lot of people put their planes into a corporation when they own it, so that way, if anything happens with it, they can't be personally sued with their, you know, it stays within the corporation type deal. But I wouldn't know anything about that because I do not own a plane. Anyways, we're going to start to set down. I don't know why it went all the way to 7.5. I thought I had it armed. Let's listen to the weather again at Newport.
Roger, parking area. Thank you.
Kilo uniform, automated weather observation, 1200 Zulu. Wind 259er at 5. Visibility 10.
259.
Sky condition clear. Temperature
probably talking runway 22. Left patterns here. So we're going to go a little bit to the east, set up a downwind.
Kilo uniform, automated weather observation, 1200 Zulu. Wind 259er at 5. Visibility
Quan's it over there.
Sky
TF green.
Clear. Temperature 25C. Dew point 22C. Altimeter 299er 2.
Traffic Cognizant 055.
Pretty cool. This morning flight was a pretty cool idea. Just couldn't fall asleep, so I was like, I want to do something. So that's what we decided to do. Got the Newport Bridge over here again, Jamestown Bridge.
Dew point 22C. Altimeter 299er 2.
Alright, I think we're good on that. They said 299.2 though. Pressure, so.
Traffic,
dialed in here. Oh no, I'm good.
30 Papa is going to take the active runway 8.
Okay. Back to Newport. Landed here once in my life. Appreciate you all coming out real so early in the morning.
Traffic, Comanche 30 Papa is going to stay in the pattern. Circle the airport.
And landing right there. Just have to get it down. Just go down to 700. Why is it 200? This autopilot is giving me quite the trouble this morning. What's up, Otto? What's going on?
Traffic, Comanche.
Automatic pilot.
Been doing that stuff.
Automatic pilot. There it is.
I'll go back to the passengers.
Better. All right. North Central or not? I don't know. Let's get down to the ground. So I feel.
Taking the active 08, charging to the east.
I haven't done one of these flights in a while. It's just local flying around like I would at GA. Just for fun. Probably wouldn't fly as much as I'm doing right now because this would be going into 2 hours or so. 152, it's cheaper, but we'll see.
Traffic Skymaster 9 Golf Charlie taking right base. We're 4 miles out.
Leave something on.
Runway 08.
Does this look better to you if I do this? Let me know if that looks better in chat. I just turned the filter on. New capture card, so I had to redo things there too as well.
Traffic Skymaster 9 Golf Charlie, 2 mile final, runway 8.
I don't know if that looks better. If not, I'll check it out. Knew this guy out of Taunton there. He had like a Sonax, and I think that company just went out of business, but he was doing some acrobatics here off the coast, which is pretty cool. Not that I would ever do that. But I met him at an FAA seminar thing. You know how you have the wings program? And that serves as your ground school. It's like decision making. One of the pilots there, who's no longer with us, he passed away this past year, but he was out of Taunton and he was talking about his whole accident that he had at Myrex, which is even closer to me than Taunton is. It's a field airport, right? It's probably about 10 minutes away from me. There's an even closer one now. One of my neighbors around the corner has like a little 1,000 something foot long runway. And he must do ultralights or something, but I also saw him like selling a plane or something like that. I think it was a Cub. So then I was like, well, is that what he did? He flew his Cub there? Because a Cub could land there, but like it's in the middle of like a residential neighborhood. So I'm surprised that all happened, but it did. But if I ever do like a paramotor or something like that, look at that beautiful ground scene. Look at that. It's a lot better than X-Plane 12. So that's another difference. So this is higher def. We're gonna come in and land on 22 here. Hopefully I can get down a little bit quicker. Get a little bit of wind up here. Slow this thing down a little bit more. Put a little bit of mixture there, just to make sure we got it. But going wide, so kind of coming at an angle, down. Still at 4,000 feet. This is the beach I proposed to my wife at. There's a lot of history here in Newport for me. We got the Marriott there. That was our reception after we got married. And again, this looks like Oak Court where we did get married. So we got married there, and the reception was at the Marriott downtown, next to my in-laws. Very nice to us. But that was part of her college, so she got that at a reduced rate. So we got married, and she was pretty cool. I'll leave that filter on because it looks better for me. I don't know if it looks better for you. And I'll judge that after. Alright. We're going to do a 360 to the right here. See if it's clear. So we get some altitude down. So here we go. It's typically what they tell you to do. To do a 360 forward set.
Traffic Skydive 270 Foxtrot, departing runway 12, bring us to Skydive first.
Beautiful area to fly though. Very lucky to live in the Northeast. It's expensive to live in the Northeast, but it's good for flying. Get a little of everything, like I said earlier. Alright. As soon as I got the airport. Go El Manuel. So here we go. El Manuel, everybody. And, oops, I forgot to get the CTAF here, which is 12305. 305. Oh, schneckies.
Sonic, you guys come in the park? Yeah, that's fine. You want us to pull over here and wait for you, or vice versa?
Newport traffic, Cessna 2 Echo Foxtrot. We're about 3 nautical miles on the 45, left downwind runway 22, full stop, Newport. This is another airport owned by the state.
Traffic, King Air 10 Foxtrot Victor's back taxi in 12 full length.
Now Newport, you'd have to take a taxi to or something to get down there. It's not that far, but you probably don't want to walk a couple of miles. So.
Traffic, King Air 10 Foxtrot Victor, we're clearing wide to the northeast side of the airport.
Excuse me. Let's go take the drone cam out and go to Newport. Check it out. My 20s with guy friends used to go there all the time. That and Providence. Those are the two biggest places we usually would hang out. Things have changed. If you went to FS Expo in Providence, though, you got to see it. And I drove in every day because I only live like 20 minutes out. Newport traffic, Cessna 2 Echo Foxtrot, left 45, downwind, runway 22, full stop, Newport. That's real world traffic right there. Taunton. Good. On the left, it's going to start giving me warnings again, so I'm turning it back down. Go. That's fine. Okay, turn left downwind. Newport traffic says the 2 Echo Foxtrot left downwind runway 22 full stop Newport.
Traffic Sky 13805 is extended
low.
Base, number 2 for 12 touch and go.
Carveed on. Yep. Carveed on. Thank you. 1700. Use flaps, angle down.
Traffic, Skyhawk 13805, final 12, traffic in sight for touch and go.
Oh, excuse me, wow. Okay, we'll turn left base.
005 shot is clear the runway.
Whoa, whoa. It's a little bit, we got a little bit of wind there. Holy shnikes. Man. This doesn't make sense. 15. Checking my speed there, but we must be like right in the wind or something. Holy crap.
Traffic Sky 13805.
Yeah, I'll put a little more throttle in. Right, turn final. Newport traffic, Cessna 2 Echo Foxtrot left base to final runway. What runway am I going on again? Damn it. 22. Newport. I think it's 22. Could be wrong on that. I think I'm gonna leave it at 20. I'm gonna land 20 again.
Helicopter 296.
Excuse me. Alright, I'm feeling a lot of turbulence right now at the butt kicker. So we'll keep it at 65 knot approach speed, but dude, fighting this thing left and right. Wind from my right. Okay, do a little crosswind work here. Throttle coming out. Man, Jesus. Yeah, I'm gonna bounce that one. That was pretty hard. All right. This is a weird one, so I'm probably gonna have to turn around maybe not. I think there might be yeah, there's one.
Traffic.
That was 22.
605 Charlie.
All the way to the end.
Runaway for run up at.
Man, I don't know why it's so windy on the approaches today, but excuse me again. It's weird.
Traffic, Popper 605 Juliet Charlie going to be back taxiing runway 12 for takeoff.
Excuse me. Newport traffic says into a Foxtrot clear runway 22 Newport. Okay, we'll stop here. Car fuel heat off. Flaps up. Set kickoff. We're good. My butt kicker is just like doing something. Holy shnikes. A little left aileron correction here. That rural traffic is still here in the simulator, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, we're gonna go North Central, and then we're gonna go back to Taunton and call it a day. That's what we're gonna do. But let's check out Newport first. Again, sorry about the coughing.
Popper 5 Juliet Charlie, left downwind for 12.
It's a 172 Skyhawk. Now, when I landed here or left, there was like really nobody here. It was like really weird. And at all the Rhode Island airports, if you're in honesty registration, you're supposed to be charged $5 landing fee. But seeing that's been a number of years, I never paid a landing fee ever. Not at Westerly. Maybe Westerly, actually, now that I think of it, I might have paid a landing fee there. But North Central, I was like, do I need to pay the $5? Because the aircraft is registered in Massachusetts. Like, no, it's okay. I'm like, oh, cool. And then Newport, there was like no one to pay it to. It was like no one there. I don't think I got out of the airplane either, though. So I thought they would bill me, but nope.
Commander 3821 Juliet back now.
Pull in right here at this T, hopefully. Okay, there we go. Alright, park and brake now. 1200, because that seems to work. Toby, I tracked her off. Alright, let's leave it on while we go explore Newport, everybody. So the airfield's slightly north of Newport. And I don't know why we had all that wind there, but we did. Downtown Newport, if you go to the Newport Bridge, it's kind of cool to drive over. And the Jamestown Bridge is over there. That's Jamestown. This has been around since the colonial times. George Washington came here. Lafayette came here. And they actually burned like a ship in the Narragansett Bay, going up there somewhere. So, here's downtown Newport. Trying to see if they have that house in there. No, they don't, because it looks like a generic building. But this is a historic building. That's where George Washington met with a lot of people in Newport. Here's the Marriott, where I stayed overnight and had my wedding reception. And then if you go down here, you start hitting the clubs and stuff, if you will. So all of this is like places I gigged. I gigged at like 2 places down here, but a lot of bars and stuff over here. They got some nice restaurants down here as well. But yeah. Yep, it did that thing. It does that once in a while. It's okay. Oh, that sucks. That's the only thing bad about the simulator. And then Fox Point over here. The Newport Jazz Festival, Folk and Fat Jazz Festival is usually around here somewhere. Billy Joel owned a house over here. But over here, I think it's called Brayton Point. You can fly kites here and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's got a good breeze. But they have Ocean Drive over here, where a lot of people, rich people, own houses and stuff. And Billy Joel owned a house over here. I don't know if he still does, but this is a cool place to go and picnic. And again, you can fly kites here. It's a big grassy area.
Kilo Delta Golf, we're downwind left hand. We were following that traffic, but now it's going midfield. We'll continue straight out until we have.
Pretty nice area. Usually, yep. See this thing right here? Usually there's a truck there that would sell you kites if you don't have one, so I guess that kind of got in the scenery. But really nice area. He even has the rocks there. Look at that. They have that in real life. Yep. But pirates used to use this little place that used to land here and do things there, I guess. But that looks very much like real life. You can go out on the rocks if you want to. You gotta be worried about being slippery, that's about it. Newport's a really nice area, so they got beaches. I think these are private beaches, though. At least this one is, I think. I know this is private right there, so you have to be a member. Excuse me. Again, this very hoity-toity rich people that live there. And again, here's the Breakers, which is probably the most popular mansion in Newport. That's scenery probably from flightsim.to. You could take a tour of that mansion. These were all the days before they had income tax, so I guess the railroad magnates and stuff like that, they could afford big mansions here. But yeah, this is Ochre Court. This is where I got married, right there. Got married right in there, and it's kind of fun because we took pictures. Right around here, you can see I could see exactly where I had the picture, because you could see the island in the back. So that was cool. This was the music department of Salve Regina. My wife and I both very music people. I make all my money teaching music, so. But yeah, it was a pretty nice place. It's not the music department anymore, but it's still owned by Salve Regina. Dark Castles. Remember that old? I think that's what it's called. They used one of the mansions around here as the house or whatever in that show. You can see there's a lot of mansions here. Salve Regina University College? Could be College or University, I can't remember. But it's over here. That's why you see tennis courts, baseball fields. Campus is here. My mom wanted to go there, but she couldn't afford it. So instead I married a woman that went. Here's the Tennis Hall of Fame here in Newport, right here. I've never gone in there, but it is there's a museum and everything. Pretty nice area to go in the summer. Have some fun, you know. Alright, let's see if my plane survived at the airport. That's the next step, so let's go back to the airport. Got two beaches there. Pretty nice beaches too. But when I was in gigging bands back in the day, we had a rehearsal space around here that my drummer, he had a, I can't remember what style of martial arts he practiced, but it looks like that. Gotta know the landing here. They look like they did just as well as I did. Is that a Pilatus? Yeah. So. Alright, are we still parked over here or what? I don't know, man. Let's see where I'm at. No, I'm in the woods. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go out to the menu. That's what happens when that happens. We're gonna end flight and we're gonna reboot it back at Newport. Which is what has to happen. So I parked somewhere around here. Roll time. Let it load. probably have to dial down my settings on the user config opt, but it's okay. It looks beautiful. Like, look at that. Looks gorgeous. As soon as it loads in, we'll take off for North Central. That's what we'll do. Stick with this. Now let's add North Central. This is my closest GA airport to where I lived as a child. Then after that, we'll go back to Taunton. Okay? I'm gonna fly over the class Charlie here. I gotta turn off all my stuff. Start it. Yeah, I got this thing pretty cranked up with settings. So. Alright. Let's do it, shall we? Stop telling me my graphics. Yeah, I get it. I will fix you later. We have to dial it down still. Yeah, it's loading everything still. It's like shot it underneath though.
Romeo Delta is out of 1,500 on the right downwind departure off runway 34. We'll be crossing over midfield and heading over towards Anacortes.
Nope. It's a little delayed. Well, I noticed that the nose cone's not painted the whole way. Oh well.
Traffic
is what it is. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I pushed too many buttons there. So we got to track her off for now. All right, let's get our checklist out and do this again. So you're seeing my tablet. I did say to turn you off. There you go. Okay, see track back locked off. Locked. Avionics are off. Or they will be. There you go. Okay, I do have to check this too because sometimes the WB sim mod messes up. So just make sure that the engine's in good condition and stuff. Maintenance. Yeah, looks to be good. Ship shape. Okay, cool. Hopefully it works fine. Carb heat off. It is. Beacon on.
Friday Harbor traffic, Kilo Delta Golf.
We have to pull that controller out later on. Alright, mixture full rich. Throttle slight. Prime. 2 shots. 1, 2. Okay.
Harbor traffic,
master on. Clear prop. I'm gonna double check. Left clear. I don't know why it's dragging so much, but it is. Right. Clear. Alright, we're gonna start it. Here we go. Clear prop. Clear prop.
Friday Harbor traffic is Kilo Delta Golf.
Nope. If it's gonna do that thing again, we're gonna have issues.
We're gonna cross the runway.
Fuel's on, right? Nope, it's not. See, that's what I'm saying, is that it saves the state or whatever, and then it has problems. Here we go. Clear prop. Back. Alright. Oil pressure is in the green. Lights as required. We'll put the nav and taxi on at this time. Make sure it's required with good seat belts, harnesses. Flaps up, heat vent, defrost. We'll probably put some cabin air on. Do avionics on and set. We have to twist the buttons like real life. Twist the button. Let's go. Okay. Transponder alt squawk. It is ADSB. Tents on ATIS. That was COM 1 error, not COM 2. ATIS. The ASOS.
Uniform, automated weather observation. 1300 Zulu.
I'm gonna try to go up 4,500.
Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 25C, 2.22C.
There.
Altimeter 2992.
Alright, so doing the same runway there, 22.
Uniform, automated weather observation, 1300 Zulu. Wind 251 at 7. Visibility 10. Sky
Set radio test taxi light disconnected from that sim it did. So
altimeter
that sim.
2992.
There you go. Alright, we're good there. Test the brakes on the way out. Let's taxi up to runway 22. And I got a little chart supplement here, so we'll use that, but we're gonna go north. Alright, I'm gonna turn that off so you can see things. Okay, parking brakes off. Tobii eye tracker on. And here we go. We have to dial down settings. Sorry about the frames, everybody. Okay. As soon as we get in the air, we'll be fine. But I think I'm gonna go with the other. Use config op file, I guess, after this. Part of it's testing, so I'm sorry about that. But Cross 1624 is 132.9. Right, 2305.
940, about 15 miles southwest of the field at 4,500 feet. We're going to be shooting the GPS runway 5 approach.
Okay.
Any traffic in the area, please advise.
On the CTAF.
Thank you very much. We'll be on the ground just in a little bit. Thank you.
Pretty good here. Okay. Sorry about the frame rates. Usually not that bad.
Uniform traffic. Beechcraft November 128 Papa is clear of the runway. Kilo uniform.
Inbound on the GPS runway 5 approach.
Newport traffic says the 2 Echo Foxtrot crossing runway 1624 on the ground. Newport.
Cessna 978, Air 5 left down 136. We'll be doing a short approach.
Just the frame rate. Then I have to get my airliner settings down after too. North Central, then Taunton. I'm gonna call it a day. Very good.
Cessna 978, Air 5 left base 136 short approach limit.
That's 2-2 there.
Mark Eddie 715 Fox Delta 10 miles to the south, entering an initial for the overhead of the left brake 36.
With traffic, that's a 978, 5. I'm ending that last.
Oh crap! It turned
we'll
off
be
again.
departing to the northwest.
What the hell's wrong with this thing? It's just really weird. That's the WB Sim mod for you. They have to work on it if they're going to continue using it. I don't know. I gotta try the default aircraft out more. See what's going on with them. Because when 2024 first came out, I wasn't too happy with it. Like the Cirrus, I haven't flown that in forever. But, all right.
Mark Eddie 715 Delta 5
Good
miles.
here.
Initial for the overhead 36.
Okay, Tobii eye tracker off. Put the tablet on so you can see what I'm doing here. Run up. Brakes are set. Fuel on. Trim set for takeoff. Flight controls. Read correct. Okay, instruments, trick waiters in the middle, no flag. Heading is a little off. Looks good. Altimeter looks good. Horizon looks good. Airspeed looks good. Make sure best power. Primer interlocked. Pull on that in real life. Make sure it's locked in there. 1700. This thing is going to be totally messed up, by the way. So the WB sim mod is not working as good as it used to. So also follow
traffic, Command G 739, 2 Papas,
do that
20 miles
mixture here
southeast,
because it's following the mags.
The landing.
Terrible. Terrible. It doesn't follow that easy. Right, Mag?
4 miles to the east, planning the cross.
Back to both. See what I'm saying? That wouldn't be doing that in real life either. Left. Back to both. Carb heat works though. Carb heat off. Good. Okay. Vacuum is looking good. Amps are charging slightly. Oil pressure, oil temperature should be in the green. They are. I think the oil temp doesn't rise like it does in real life. Idling. Carb heat off. Got to about 1200. You know it's about 1000 in real life. I don't know. I might go to default on this one later on. We'll have to see. Alright, this ball, take a phone, camera to otherwise. This is nothing visible on the runway ahead of us. We'll go directly down the runway. If we're under 1200 feet, this ball can't go to otherwise. We'll land directly having the 130 returns best case speed. This is 16 best glide speed. If we're above 1200 feet, this ball can't go emergency. Otherwise, we will take a turn to the right, land downward on the taxiway, the grass, the runway. For those available to us, best glide speed 60, rotate at 50, climb at 67. That's what we do. Has everyone got that? Alright. Okay, let's turn our lights on. Taxi off landing, strobe down, beacon. Okay, we're gonna turn off the tablet. You don't want to see that anymore. We're gonna depart. Here we go. It's a North Central Airport. Rhode Island. Right near where I went to school and everything in high school. So. Alright. I can't really see to the left because my Tobii tracker is not working. Okay, what's going on? It froze up. We'll give it a second. We'll see if it unfreezes. It usually does. There we go.
Traffic Cessna 4340.
Alright, Newport traffic. I can't really see that well. It looks like we're good. Okay. Fix that. Yeah, definitely have to go lower settings, but you don't know until you try it, so. Newport traffic says the 2 Foxtrot departing runway 22 departs to the northwest. Newport. Okay. Then I have to fix that too. We're gonna go 4,500 feet. Try to be class Charlie. Not that it matters in the simulator, but in real life. There's some heat. That's why we're having such issues. My setting's too high. Thank you for humoring me and understanding that I'm kind of testing those settings.
Upwind, doing a southwest departure.
I know it's not the Google Map enhancement because I have it down to normal settings. Alright, we're in the middle, full throttle. Here we go. This frame's gonna kill me. Yep, frames, come on now. Oh crap. Alright, good. Oh my god. Rotate. Sorry about that. Now it's just the settings being too powerful. What we have here, 67. Once we get in the air, we're fine though. Just when we're on the ground.
Traffic
so.
32 November, it's about 2 miles to the northwest of the field, and we're going to be departing the area to the northwest at 3,000 feet.
You usually don't have to trim this a lot. 152 or anything else with you, so.
Traffic 8431, Lima, departing pattern to the south, straight out. Traffic.
See, everything's pretty good now. Ah, okay. Okay, sure. 45 out here.
To a kilo.
Left.
South end of the field, back taxi 17 to midfield, and then off.
My nameplate disappears too. It goes to black, so I don't know. Days might be numbered on this mod. '75's fine. Drop the nose a little bit. Get hands cooling. The engine.
Traffic Sky 1235 Echo, 5 miles final, runway 36, practice GPS 36, leave at 2,200. 1 mile south, we'll make a left turn to the southwest.
Go north, so that's good. Let's get this thing going there. Armament. We're all set with that. And Toby I tracker off. Start turning to the left. It was clear last time we checked. Still seems to be clear.
Okay, traffic Sky 1235 Echo, 1 mile southwest, climb to 2,500, depart to the south.
Yeah, this thing follows mags easy. I've never followed mags in any aircraft I've flown in real life, so I know it's not really realistic. But it's got its glitches though. It was originally built for 2020, so it kind of makes sense. Actually, yeah, we're going to the west. I'm a little tired. I didn't sleep all night. Just couldn't sleep. I went to a Red Sox game on Thursday. I was up late on that and didn't get a lot of sleep. It is what it is, but yeah, a little tired, won't lie. This Piper, 99, 909. There's Newport. I'm gonna drink some more coffee on the way out here. Newport over here, airport, and then downtown over there. We did a little tour there. Oh man. Yeah, been up for almost 24 hours, but I'm gonna take a nap after all. It's fine. Just a nap though, because I'm gonna get my sleeping schedule back in order. That's another aircraft. I rule traffic too. Wow, they're getting a lot of landings here in Newport. There's some vineyards and stuff over here, some farms. Newport Bridge out there. It's always nice to see.
We just took off.
Yeah, not a problem. We're just cleared to the north east.
Okay.
My allergies are cleared up too. I don't know what it is. Every time I stream, it's like my allergies kick in. All right, we gotta be above 4,100 here, so I'm gonna just be over to Charlie and not have to worry. Well, Montage to double check. Nope, approach is not on. Not landing in Newport. It's negative 155 feet per minute. It's just the way it is. Okay,
we're gonna be taking off right away.
Right here. Well, climb.
Okay.
Kilo uniform
Victor,
traffic.
okay, we'll give
Beechcraft November 906 for Lima Juliet is clear of the runway.
Back to Municipal 122.8. There you go.
From L0 Lima Victor downwind 36 looking for the other traffic.
Providence is that way.
Oh,
That's Quonset State Airport. Have never landed there, but here's TF Green. And my last instrument lesson of all time, because I never finished it. We did some ILS approaches there. Providence is pretty cool.
What's your position?
It's like, you know, that's the airport I departed from as a kid for a lot of vacations. It was kind of cool to land there, you know?
Okay, what kind of speed are you doing?
Well, almost land there, I should say. We didn't really land.
Okay,
Did I?
The Topper is on base.
No,
turn final here shortly. We will get out of your way.
It was like a bus down and stuff too.
We'll get out of your way.
Okay, it's up to you. We can go around.
Okay, stay at the Charlie until I get to over 4,100 feet.
Nah, don't worry. I'm straight on in.
All right, thank you very much.
My mixture's already leaved, so we'll leave it where it is. That's because it's falling mags there in Newport. That plane is out of New Bedford. Oh, that's Bridgewater State University. That's a college in the area. Got to do it. New Bedford used to be my go and take my night currency landings there, but They had a restaurant there, so it was kind of cool. I rent out of Plymouth in real life when I do fly. And I'd rent the aircraft, fly to New Bedford, have a great dinner, wait for it to get dark, and then do my 3 night landings back in Plymouth. So, but yeah, that used to be good. They closed the restaurant down and they never opened up another one. So, all right, turn on course here now. Be about 3, 4, 4. I'm gonna go right over Providence, which is pretty scenic too as well.
Downwind 35 departure. They'll be leaving the area to the south.
Hope you're all enjoying these morning sights here. It's 9:30 in the morning here. It's real old time and weather. Beautiful flying. It's gonna heat up too. It's supposed to get to 90 degrees. We're up to 75 already. The autopilot seems to be doing its thing here.
Traffic stop here, 461
Yep,
Bravo.
autopilot, auto, you're going nuts. Go home, you're drunk. Usually it's the wind, the weather engine that's not really working right, but
traffic stop here, 461 Bravo Golf, joining
setting
up on
that,
the downwind for 18.
There you go. Yeah. So things like that. I've had problems with autopilots. Stuff like that. Even in the Just Flight Pipers stuff, we've had issues from time to time. And I think it's the weather engine, but I could be wrong. So, seeing that I'm biking in September, again, I have to bring this up. The Great Cycle Challenge, I'll probably be riding this bike trail that's over here. It's called the East Bay Bike Trail. It starts in Bristol and it goes all the way to Providence. But we're raising money for the Children's Cancer Research Fund through my participation in the Great Cycle Challenge. Pledge to ride 150 miles again on a bike in the month of September. If you want to donate, it's up in the upper left-hand corner, tinyurl.com/donate-fly. We did a marathon, flight sim marathon in the Caribbean. We raised $1,078. We're trying to get to $2,500. So your donations are greatly appreciated. And I'll be putting in a little bit of the Twitch money as well, eventually. Just want to see if I get it first, which I should, and then we'll make a donation from all of us too. So don't feel bad if you can't give me a donation, but if you can, I'll take you right to my donation portal, and it's all tax deductible in the United States. I don't know about other countries, but yep, that was the wrong thing, Eric. All right, gonna update that just in case someone donated. No, not that one. The other one, Eric. There we go. Oops. Nope, still at $1,078, which isn't shabby at all. TF Green Airport International, if you will. They had flights to Portugal. I don't know if they have any international flights anymore though, because that was TAP. TAP, I think, moved out of Providence. So it is what it is. But all right, we're gonna go to North Central Airport in the northern part of the state here. And again, I grew up north of Providence in a town called Lincoln, right near there. So we'll probably take I'll show you a little local town history. But we'll go do that and then go to Taunton and call it a day. Get everything set up actually, 120775.
Traffic Skyline 855 Whiskey Hotel 5 West, just on the other side of 35W. We're going to head to Waxahachie and enter on a 45.
This is a nice airport to land at. You have to be careful of the Class Charlie if you're not going to have any ATC coverage. So, and that's why it's good just to get a flight going in. See any weather. CTAP is 123075. We have that rating too as well. So. All right, but we're going to fly right over Providence, Rhode Island. If you came to FS Expo in Providence in 2025, that's where you went. And I'm currently broadcasting and living somewhere west of that, around here.
Roger that.
But, grew up in Rhode Island. Moved to Massachusetts. Went to college in Massachusetts. Wasn't a far stretch. So. Is that playing out of Chester? Kilo Sierra November Charlie. I think that's Chester, Connecticut.
Traffic 11 X-ray final 17.
There Providence. Very nice. This is Narragansett Bay. It's the main one-way through Rhode Island, basically.
Traffic, Skylane 855 with Hotel 1700 right over the top of Washington. 45
It's always when it goes to the outside view, the place wants to mess up. That sucks. Weird, huh?
Skylane 855 Whiskey Hotel turning left downwind at midfield for runway 18 full stop.
Yeah, get back in the planet. It's fine. Let's get expected to.
Traffic, Highway 461 Bravo, Golf in the downwind for runway 18.
Just doing that autopilot. Otto, go home. Drop.
Traffic, Skylane 855.
Not have any trouble today.
For runway 18.
Red alert. All hands stand to battle stations.
Just saying. Alright. Don't make me correct you, Otto. Alright, my gang any weather yet.
Traffic,
Nope.
Skylane 855 Whiskey Hotel turning final for runway 18 full stop.
0775. No, I got that. Yeah, why is that not working? My butt kicking just died. No, because I didn't have both down. I guess it defaulted to not having that.
Aubrey, be aware you got a bunch of circling birds at about 1,100 feet on 1 mile line.
Overheated. That's alright. It'll come. It'll cool off. It'll be fine. You'll feel it. Yeah, it's pretty hot. Okay. Has the thermal to turn off switch. Here's Providence, Rhode Island, everybody. And if you went to FS Expo, you went to the convention center down there. Hotels down there. I drove
Traffic, enter 849 Charlie is 4 miles to the east. Westbound, entering a left down
now,
runway
the
18.
old Providence Airport. Let's do a little history here. Old Providence Airport. So this is the Seacon Speedway. And there used to be, way back in the old days, this used to be an airport. A grass airfield, like old 1920s, 30s airport. And that is now a industrial airport. That used to be the Providence Airport. Man, my autopilot just does not want to work with me today.
Traffic, enter 489.
Fall River, but we came down early in the broadcast.
East, entering a left downwind.
Get back in the
For
plane.
runway 13.
No, because it wants to turn that way. Okay.
That's 18. Now on the
I didn't know the
45.
wind's pushing us everywhere. Let's set it again.
Traffic,
That's weird.
enter 489 Charlie is wing up left base.
There's
18.
TF Green. That's why this is a Class Charlie. Airspace below me. There's Providence. We don't fly right by it. I love flying over Providence. A lot of childhood there. A lot of gigs. Going there. Civic Center. Seeing events. But this is the industrial area. And I used to teach in Rhode Island too. Cranston, right around here. So that's right near South Providence. But probably would have stayed there if I didn't get laid off twice way back in the day. So it's a better situation than what I'm in now, but it's just what it was when teaching in the early 2000s. Here's downtown Providence. And if you stayed at the hotel right near there, that's the Westin right there. That's the mall. Convention Center is right here. And then this is what is called the Superman building. It used to be occupied by Fleet Bank, I think, but it has not been occupied for some time. So one of the most well-known buildings in Providence is basically not occupied. They've been trying to find something to get in there. Here's the State House, the Rhode Island State House. It's pretty nice, actually. Here's the train station. And I used to be the world's shortest bouncer
Traffic
at the old train station. They used to have a bar there called Rerah. I was a bouncer there for a little bit
49 Charlie.
when I was young. And yeah, it's because I knew a lot of the owners of bars. But Rerah was one of the best bars in Providence. They closed it down. The reason why this is grass area, the highway used to go through the city over here.
4 to the west.
And then they had this thing called the Highway Project. They brought it out over here and built a bridge. It's way better now because they used to cause a lot of traffic. The Civic Center here, we got the Providence Bruins, the minor league team of the Boston Bruins that plays there. But yeah, and I grew up north of Providence, which is where we're heading. I didn't hear any weather at all, so I don't know what's going on there. Let me see if I can get any weather. Column 2. Not hearing anything. Alright, let's go to Sky Vector then. Sky Vector says
traffic, Cessna
250 at 5 knots, so we're going to go runway 23. We're on kind of a left base right now. So let's start our slow descent, so we're not going to go into Charlie. Get this back to 2100. Start a slow descent. Pattern altitude's got to be around 1,000-ish. 1,200. Okay. Let's take off. I want to go really slow. Just run the outer.
Traffic 79 Bravo turning base.
My dad used to work at the mill, the post office over here. That's the post office. And my first bed, we had a practice space right over here. They don't have them anymore, but this was a really nice. You could see Providence at night while you practice with your band.
Traffic 79 Bravo turning final 18.
It's pretty cool to live here. Again, Northeast more expensive than other places. This is a casino, so my old house is right.
Traffic just 5 miles east, landing runway 17.
Yeah, this is Lincolnwood State Park, and I used to live in this neighborhood called the Highlands over here. So that's where I lived as a kid, right in this neighborhood. Set down here. 2, 3.
Traffic just 3 miles east, landing runway 17.
Should be right over there, so I'm going to come in and land there. As long as my autopilot wants to work. I used to go fishing. There's Barney's Pond over here. So, childhood fishing spot. They have a bike trail now over here. So I'll see if I can do that again too.
Traffic, just 45, runway 17.
Bike trail. Okay. Airport's in sight, so let's just get an L manual from here.
Traffic Sears 512 Charlie, Papa taxi from Threshold Ranch West neighborhood, runway 17.
Toby got track on, so you can see. Yeah, the wind is pushing us to the left. So again, I don't know what's with all these strong winds.
6234 on 4 final, runway 17.
250 at 5. That's not what it feels like. Feels like the wind's should be coming from that way. You know what I'm saying? And the wind's aloft, maybe. Oh, butt kicker just came back on. Must have cooled off enough. You're running too hard. It heats up. That is Twin River Valley's Casino over there. Used to be a dog track. I used to bet on the Greyhound dogs that would race there with my mother and stuff, with Monopoly money. My brother. Yeah, like have it on TV. That's where I learned how to gamble, I guess.
Traffic 23, Papa's 5 to the northwest. We'll make right traffic 17. Full stop.
I think Greyhound racing has really not been popular in recent years. So they made a casino a long time ago. It used to be called just Twin River, then Valleys came in and bought up Twin River. I think we're going to do extended final. I don't know why there's no ASOS here. I mean AWOS. 120, unless it's not picking up the 5 there. That's what.
Traffic, Sears 512, right, Charlie Papa, momentary back taxi on runway 17. We will be departing 17 with glider in sight. Traffic, mini 08, popping right down,
yeah,
and
it doesn't want to
17,
give me
full
that.
stop.
And I don't have 3 digits on there, so I can't see if there's the 5 on there or not. But that's what was the problem. Either way, we're landing runway 23 over there. Show you my old high school.
Traffic, Sears 512 Charlie, Papa, upwind 17.
Oh.
Traffic, Sears 512 Charlie, Papa, right crosswind, runway 17.
Keep it coming down, we'll wait till my house to get over to Charlie. And one time I was landing on runway, I think it was 33, and I got like really nervous. I totally forgot about the Charlie for a second, and I was not in contact with him, but I was way below it. Bottom of the Charlie is 1700, so I was already set up.
Is departing the area on the high right downwind runway 17, leaving 3000
That was the only time I think I really worried about
right downwind
airspace.
to the north.
Like, oh my god, it might have broken it, but I was fine. I was just thinking way too much about landing and all the other stuff. So. I see it still. Alright, we're extended final. We're okay. North Central traffic says the 2 about 500 miles
to the east.
East, setting up an extended final for runway 23 North Central. Got quite the updraft here.
Traffic Cessna 734 Whiskey November's on the 45 for a right downwind 17.
Welcome to my neighborhoods, I guess. Get a lot of wind here. I don't understand why this.
Juliet with a glider in tow, departing runway 17 to the west.
Extended file.
Traffic Cessna 734 Whiskey November is turning right base 17.
Traffic tow plane 87 Juliet with a glider in tow is departing head to the west.
It's all visual. That might be the new junior high school. They didn't have that back when we went to school.
Traffic tow plane 87 Juliet with a glider in tow is 1.5 west of the field, turning northbound, climbing at
or is that Cumberland? No, that might be Cumberland High School, which is the town next door. Man, there's a lot of wind. At least is it coming from the right direction? Not kind of. Wish I had weather. Sky vector 250 and 5. Yeah. I just don't understand why this thing getting kicked around as much.
Traffic, Cessna 734 Whiskey November is right crosswind for 17.
Okay, car beat on. 1700. Might keep it at 20 degrees again, because I'm getting my butt kicked over here again. Okay. It's the white arc. Down. Very high kick still. I'm flying over my old my old mall. This was the Lincoln Mall. It's like, I guess they still call it the Lincoln Mall, but it's more of a shopping plaza now. I used to go there on like Saturdays. And to my left over there, that's my old high school at the track. So we'll take a look at that too.
Traffic Cessna 734 Whiskey November is now on our left base 35.
Pretty good school. Okay, we'll a little crosswind direction. Got some left rudder and some right yellow on. 15. Big flaps. Jets.
Traffic, tow plane 87 Juliet for the glider in tow is 2 miles west of the field. Turning southbound, climbing at a 3.4 for 4.5.
No, just slipping. What's happening?
Traffic 734 Whiskey November is turning left base 35.
Throttle out. Slipping. This is payware. Can't remember who made it though. Not the best landing here. It's been up for a while. Flaring too much.
And 16 November, experimental 5 on the mic. Can I get a radio check on this transponder, please?
I got you loud and clear.
Thank you, sir.
Not bad. Great rudder.
Traffic here, 68 Tango, taxiing from midfield hangars to run-up area for 3-5.
Okay. Take this left turn. Yeah, I can tell. Right, carbide off. Flaps up.
Traffic, tow plane 87 Juliet with the glider in tow, 3 miles west of the field, heading northbound, climbing out of.
It is curved like that, like downhill, but it shouldn't be this bumpy. North Central traffic, Cessna 2 Echo Foxtrot, clear runway 23, North Central. Okay. Now, there are no jets here in real life. It's all GA, so I don't know why there's jets, but I guess a private jet could come in here if it wanted to. And I remember coming here in the winter after I flew in, and there was like a tailstripe parked aircraft. They felt so bad. I was like, oh man, that sucks. We had heavy snow or something in it, like heavy winds. Even though it was tied down outside, it must have bobbed down on the tail, so it was pretty damaged.
Traffic, here is 412 Charlie Papa, departing 17,
parking brake on.
west of Sternow.
Toby eye tracker off. Trim is set for takeoff. Is now. Okay. Get this back. Let's take out the drill cam. Send in drill. Alright, here we go. North Central State, everybody. And I remember coming here as a kid a couple times. They had an observation deck over here. I don't see this being in use anymore. Last time I came here was for an FAA seminar for the Wings program. And we came in here. This is where the flight school is there. And I heard some pretty good flight schools, so this is the airport right there. Usually it's GA. Usually there's no jets like that. And Providence is out there. Oh, and then the Lincoln Mall, my old mall of my childhood, the 80s, people actually went to malls, was this. So it was a pretty cool place. We had this arcade called Dream Machine over there. My brother used to work at this store called Caldors. It's not Caldors anymore. It's a Stop and Shop. It's a grocery here, but it's a shopping plaza now. They kind of closed down the mall. I mean, they call it Lincoln Mall because it still has this little courtyard, but that's about it. This just closed down, but this was like a bowling alley cinema, which was pretty cool. I never got to go, but from what I saw, it was really cool. See, what they did was they turned the mall into a shopping plaza. So we have a Target and a Burlington. And I was really impressed because it was kind of going downhill like most malls. But it seems like it has a resurgence. Like you can actually see cars here. They have a Five Guys. I got a coffee at the Starbucks last time I went. There's a Chili's. This used to be called Almax, which was another local supermarket back in like the 80s, which closed down in the late 90s, I want to say. But now it's Ocean State Job Lot, which is another. It's like a discount store. They used to have a really good place to eat here called Asian Palace, but I don't think it's there anymore. What's this? This is a golf place? I didn't even know. But I remember driving here after many mornings of soccer and stuff, and we'd hang out at the mall. And back here was where the arcade was. It was called Dream Machine. They actually sponsored my soccer team when I was a kid, so that was kind of cool. I'd go there after. But it's now Planet Fitness. They had a movie theater here, like a small one. It's like 4 screens. They used to have a comic book store, which was really cool too. I remember that as a kid. That was really cool. Yeah. Alright, anyways. My old high school is right down the road. Just have to see where I am in relation to the small one. Oh, there it is. It's right there. So I used to play like, you know, like youth sports and stuff over here, like soccer, basketball in the gym. But this says grown events, so this is just the high school now. Back in my day, you had the middle school over here, and then the high school was this building, and it was connected by a connector. But then they built this on right after I graduated, and now they even have like a new complex. I don't know what the heck this thing is. I think it might be a pool. I could be wrong on that. This was just a field back in my day. And this used to be the field hockey field, so I don't know what's going on there. I was also on the track team, so I used to throw the shot put stuff from over here. It wasn't that good. And here's the track. This thing over here is an autocrat factory, so we used to smell coffee. They used to roast coffee around here. You used to smell coffee as you did laps on the track there. The football field didn't look that good back then. And then I used to play soccer down here too. This is the softball field, but we called it the pit. When I was playing high school hockey, we used to have to do hill sprints up and down this hill. It used to kill us.
Traffic Cessna 115 Tango Alpha.
So, I don't know if you can see that, but let me see if I can show you the hill. It's quite impressive. Alright, I know this isn't the simulator, but yeah, you'd have to sprint up and then come back down. By the time you got back down, it's ready to go back up again. It was pretty brutal. And then we used to run the track too for dryland training. This is the old cafeteria here, and then they added all this on. So this wasn't here when I was a student there. And this used to be the whole middle school wing over here. But now it's all high school, the whole building. So, and they used to have a gym over here too. I don't know if the gym is still there. I haven't been back there. But it's gonna be my 30th reunion, maybe, this year coming up. So I cannot believe it's been 30
Traffic
years.
Cessna 115 Tango Alpha is on left crossing the first.
Alright, sorry. Thanks for letting me relive my childhood here. There's the airport. And I lived over here in this neighborhood called the Highlands of Salesforce.
Traffic Cessna 115 Tango Alpha.
It was a pretty good place to grow up. It's bad, all the schools are really good. So, I think I got a good public education compared to what I'm seeing now, being an educator. I don't think kids get as much opportunity as I did, you know, and a lot of it's budget crunches and stuff like that. But I get that part of it too in a way, you know.
Traffic Cessna 115 Tango Alpha.
We were offered a lot back in my day. Alright, let's get back in the plane. We're gonna go back to Taunton. I'm gonna call it a day, and I'm gonna have to turn down my settings because it keeps doing that, but that's okay. Alright, back to Taunton. Should be pretty easy. We're not gonna do a run up. We're gonna take off from probably runway 23 again. Yep, winds are still 25. When was that? That was at 8:56. That's almost an hour. So they're almost getting their new VTOL soon. But we're gonna go that way and depart that way, and get going to
45. Left downwind 35.
That's weird. I think it followed the mags again. Ugh. Alright, run it up. This thing is not realistic like it used to be. In 2000, it was really good. It's dying a slow death. So maybe that's what it does, is it follows the mags really easy, so therefore we have a problem. Look, I'm revving the engine up. It's only at 1,000.
Traffic Cessna 115 Tango Alpha.
Let's see if it clears its way out by the time we get to the runway. But that's not looking pretty good. Let's check the health here. Just to see if I got it. I can turn the plane off here, that's why. The oil pressure sucks too. So what's going on? What's going on? Okay. Maintenance. I can't do it without turning it off. Alright, so let's turn off the plane. Everything off. Avionics going on. This is the problem with the WB sim mod. Okay, hold it, lean on the mixture. Mags off, master off, lights off. Let's see what's going on. No, everything looks good. Even the fuel, oil. Should be about 600.
Final. 35 full stop.
Right. Try doing it this way then. Okay. Clear prop. Clear! Oh, my help to turn the master and the beacon on there. Clear prop. Clear prop.
115 Tango Alpha is on left crosswind for 35.
Fuel turn off again. Nope, it's on. Okay, here we go. Clear prop. Clear prop.
Traffic Cessna 115 Tango Alpha is on left downwind for 35.
Alright, let it run a little bit. Mixture here. I don't know why it's doing this.
Traffic, Skyvester 227, 8 miles west. We're going to go over the top for left downwind to 17.
Just revving up and down. Alright, well, we'll head out to the runway. See if it fixes itself by the time I get back. Before I take off.
And hello for 8.
Alright, here we go. Park and break off.
5 mile right base for runway 17.
And I definitely have to dial down the settings. So we'll see what happens. That's what we're here. Alright. Notice that the runway goes down, so that will help us. Oh yeah, it might help to turn on radios and stuff too. Huh? Jesus, sir.
right-hand turn.
In real life, I'm not dealing with a revving engine because I just call it a day and say whatever. 296. Oop, fix that too. Holy shnikes, I'm zooming in.
Traffic November 482 Gulf Sierra is a 3 mile right base for runway 17.
We'll go at 2009. Back. Whoops. I have no idea why this thing is doing its thing here. See the oil pressure? It's surging up and down. I don't feel good about
Gulf
that.
Sierra turning 2 mile final
What's up
runway
with that?
17.
Yeah, it did fall in the back, see? Jesus. What is wrong with this thing? Mags do not fall that easy in real life, everybody. They don't. That is not realistic. It's a nice plane, but I guess it's only good in 2020 because every update kind of breaks this a little bit more. Annie. Now we're riding like a bat out of hell. Alright. We're not going to do it. We're just going to go for departure. So we'll use all the runway. Little history on this flight here, this morning flight. It's been good. I recommend that if you do a flight in your area so that you can reminisce about your life as well. Alright, so anyways, we look to be clear. We're on CTAF. And I'm getting my weather from SkyVector because for some reason it's not working in the game. So, clear. Let's call it. North Central traffic says the 2 Echo Foxtrot departing runway 22 departure to the east. North Central. One time here, I was landing at North Central. This is real life. And there was actually like a eagle, like right on the approach, like right near the runway. So I had to tell other people on the radio to be aware of that. It was just like floating. I can't remember what runway it was. It might have been 2, 3, might have been 5, but it was one of these. And the thing just floated there on approach, and I was like, oh crap, this is gonna suck. And I was ready to go around, but then it moved away. But I had to warn everyone else on CTAF. Anyways, we are good to go. 50, 67, here we go.
Traffic here, 34 Lima Tango, left base to final. Clear traffic.
Rotate. Definitely have to dial back these settings later on. Those frames suck, but we'll see you later, North Central, as we are going to end our flight back at my closest GA airport, other than the Myrix, which is a field.
225, east left downwind.
But see, it clears up as soon as you get off the runway. it clears up and it's pretty smooth. So I mean, it's a little slow still, but weird. Strike just came on. That wind is kicking my butt again. Alright, we're gonna do a right turn out of here. Because the Charlie is right in front of us. So clear on the right. Let's do it.
Traffic 76225 on a left downwind for 35.
Okay. 2,900. About 2,500 actually. Pilot. Let's turn it. Arm it. There we go.
Traffic 76225 on final for 35.
Toby, I track her off so I don't make you dizzy. Thank you for coming out this morning. I wasn't expecting much of a turnout because, again, I started flying around 7:30 in the morning after not sleeping all night. But I do appreciate you coming out, and I hope that you push that follow button if you're watching me on Kick or Twitch, and that you push the subscribe button if you're watching me on YouTube. And if you're watching me on YouTube, also give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. Leave a comment because it all helps. I noticed I've been getting a lot more people viewing my streams lately, which is awesome, especially seeing that's been like a week, but I had to fix my simulator. So, piece of my childhood today. All because I just wanted to go flying in the morning and made a little trip out of it. So.
Airport for left downwind.
Made a little trip out of it. Especially YouTube. It's been picking up a lot lately, so thank you so much. Appreciate you viewing. So, I'd like to salute all of you. So here we go.
We're overflying the airport.
We are about to die.
Wait a minute.
Salute you.
We are not about to die. We are not about to die. Oh my God. But I do salute you all. Thank you. Okay, Taunton's not much of a ride here. It's like maybe about 5 to 10 minutes. So 132675 is the weather. Got some really chill music on here today. Oh, we got weather already. See. 246. Now, 22 is the turf field, so I usually don't land on that at all because it's historic and it's small and short. I usually always go for the paved runway, so we're gonna say runway 30. 2992 still. It's pretty nice out there in real life, looking out the window. Come up there. Okay.
Traffic Scavenger 227, turning final, runway 17.
Back a little bit. Don't leave the mixture where it is because it falls too easy. Jesus. Alright, back to guard. Last time I'll use this command for today, I think.
You're on guard with KGOD.
On our way back to Taunton. This would be a. I've done a flight like this before, like 3 times in my life, where I just fly around the area. This is 495, I believe. What's going on? Oh, disconnected me. Alright, we'll try that again. Kicked me off. Because I'm not connected to the network. Right, I know that. Uh-oh.
Traffic, Skyhawk 2341 Tango, 4 miles to the northwest. We'll make our right base for 17.
Something's happening there. Something with my internet. Still streaming though. My laptop's still streaming. Oh well, that's why it helps to have a streaming laptop. So, because the stream kept going on. See if I connect now.
Experimental Skyhawk 6341 Tango, we're on a rate base for 17. Do you have it in sight?
Here we go. It's just
Negative, I'm looking.
that was weird.
Alright, you know what? We'll just go upwind here for 17 and swing back around behind.
That was weird.
Thanks, guys.
Connected again.
07, Mike, continuing.
All right. So, anyways,
2.8 mile final.
we're coming out of the Providence area, just north of it actually. This is Attleboro, off our left, right here in front of us. I think, yeah. 95. Emerald Square Mall is another mall I went to as a kid. That place is dead. I actually have a video on the Eric DIY channel, the Eric Real World Eric channels, where I show that mall as a dead mall. Kind of sad. It opened in '89. It was wicked popular when I was a kid. And this is Attleboro High School. Attleboro. This is the train I used to take from South Attleboro, which would probably be down there somewhere, but that goes all the way to Boston. So. Oh, did I lose my multiplayer graphic too? Oh, there we go. I just had the name plates off. Okay, just checking. Back to Taunton. We're gonna have to go a little bit more to the south. I'm getting kicked around the wind again, so I don't know where all this wind's coming from. It's good. It's good to fly the 152. This thing burns about 6 gallons an hour, so we only burnt like 1/4 of a tank, I think, or something like that. Maybe half. Oh, I'm looking at it.
Traffic, Skyhawk 53 Bravo Whiskey.
This carries about 24 gallons. I think it's 22.5 usable, if I remember right. Could be wrong on that, and it takes about 6 gallons an hour. So you have about 4 hours, well, 3.5 hours of flight time with a full tank, and not much weight carrying this thing. So this is more of a one-person training aircraft if you have people that light up. Luckily, my instructor was pretty light, so we got to do the 152. It saved me money in training because this was the least amount of plane to rent. But it's a fun plane to fly by yourself if you don't mind going slow. You know. At one time I flew to Keene, and it took me it felt like forever in this thing because the winds were just working against me the whole way. But typically, it's not that bad. I mean, if you're doing a short little hop, getting the e-bike is a problem on any plane, but putting in this thing is the hardest because you gotta fit everything in the little compartment in the back and then kind of bungee cord it down. But it is what it is. Why am I? Oh, I did get weather actually. You said 30. Alright, let's do it again.
Traffic, Blue White PC 12, 172 Alpha Fox, setting up for a 45-degree landing runway.
Kilo Tango Alpha November automated weather observation. 1400 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility
now it's calm. We're still doing 3 zeros.
Condition clear. Temperature 29er C.
South here.
Point 23 C. Altimeter 29er 92.
If you ever get lost here in the northeast, look for Assawamsett Pond, which is this huge pond here. If you know everything in relation to that, you're going to be pretty good. This is always a big vision, this pond up there. Going from Medford off of it, you go to Plymouth off of it, Taunton. You just have to understand what's what. So. Last landing of the test. Last thing I'm going to say again, we are raising money for the Children's Cancer Research Fund for my participation in the Great Cycle Challenge where I bike 150 miles in September. If you'd like to donate, help out to the cause, it's tax deductible. Go to tinyurl.com/donate fly. It'll take you to my Great Cycle Challenge portal. And again, any donations are welcome. We're trying to get to $2,500. I flew like 31 hours straight in the Caribbean, all around the Caribbean, to raise money. We did raise $1,078 for the flight security, so I appreciate that. So, all right. We're good. We're going 30. Let's get this thing going now. It's 1100 feet. Start to set. That way.
Clear runway 28.
I don't know why that's at 500 something feet when it's an Airbus 380. It's kind of interesting. Now that should be the airport because I think this is the campground next door. I used to camp there past 2 summers, but we didn't get to it this summer.
Traffic Cirrus 575 Mike Delta.
We're right over my town here. This is Taunton here, where I'm broadcasting live from. So I can't exactly where I'm broadcasting from.
Traffic Cirrus 575 Mike Delta's left downwind.
It's the Taunton River.
Departing the area to the east.
In the town of Taunton. That's why Taunton is not that far. Stroll the way in. Just had a draft going in front of me. That was.
Traffic 473 Charlie Sierra is
that's
12 miles to the
there.
inbound lane.
There we go. Right there. Okay. Let's get some CTAF here. 1, 2, 2.
Traffic Plata, we are
7.
currently 5 miles southwest, the entering a 45 on the left downwind 26.
Taunton traffic says the 2 Echo Foxtrot. We are 4 nautical miles out. 45 left downwind runway 30 full stop Taunton. That's the airport right there. And I just know flying out. Airports are resurfacing the runways out here. I think Plymouth had to close down runway. I have no clue why there's an Airbus 380.
Traffic Skyhawk 473 Charlie Sierra is
it's not mine. That's interesting. You don't see that every day. It's very low for a jet.
Traffic plus 172 Alpha Foxtrot, departing runway 26, gonna be a turn to the southwest.
And autopilot off. Let's do this. A little bit of wind. Too much. Is he actually landing
on final,
or is that me? That's really weird. That's one of you, let me know. So that's one heck of a landing if you made that happen in the Airbus 380. Taunton traffic says no 2 Echo Foxtrot. We're about left downwind for runway 30 full stop Taunton. Are you kidding me?
We're departing the pattern.
Airbus really landed.
Runway heading out to the west, climbing to 5,000 feet.
This is an old dairy farm, by the way. It was owned by the King family, and then they handed it over to the city of Taunton in the 60s.
Traffic Skyhawk 53 Bravo Whiskey taking runway 26, departure.
Well, I'd say about 3 to 4 years ago, it had terrible airport management, so much so that the King family was pretty upset, Carlito on it. And then they were voted out. It's a lot of political pull over here. And I guess the new management has been awesome. That's what pilots have been saying, at least. 10 was a flap signal down.
Traffic jet speed 241
This is a campground area. That's Massasoit State Park or something like that. But I camped there about twice. It's been a pretty nice place to camp. So you do hear the airplanes coming to the airport, which is kind of cool for me at least. Alright, turning base. ponds. I never swam in the pond, but
Traffic
as a kid I used to swim a pond near Plymouth that I fly over.
For 5,000, departing to the west.
There. Reminds me of my childhood all the time there too. Man, this thing for speed sucks. You got the throttle, like full throttle, like we're not picking up hardly any speed. Keep it coming around. Taunton traffic says the 2 Echo Foxtrot left base to final on runway 30 full stop Taunton. Alright, I knew I was overshooting.
Traffic insurance 6190
flaps, we keep it at 20 because for some reason it seems like it's just windy today.
I'm going to pick up the RNAV 90 Yankee.
That's our run. Last landing of the day. Right, let's make it happen. It's pretty fun flying this 152.
Yankees on the RNAV runway 26.
It has. I might as well try some default aircraft and see how they're doing nowadays, because I haven't done any of that lately. Or at all. When it first came out, it was terrible. Like half the G1000 would go down on me.
Traffic insurance 90 Yankee, 7 mile final on the RNAV 26.
Unflyable. Here we go. Throttle coming out. That was pretty. That was a pretty landing.
Yeah, we can wait for you, so no problem.
Dynamic braking. And then you roll the way back. That's what we do in the real world. A little bit of brakes. Though we don't usually need that many brakes, but okay. Turn it off.
Traffic here, 63 Lima, 5 miles.
Alright, that was our last landing of this broadcast. Let's clear this. Carpet off. Flaps up. Taunton traffic says the 2 Echo Foxtrot clear runway 30 Taunton. Alright, trim set for takeoff.
Traffic here, 63 Lima.
I didn't have any strobes or anything on it. Well, that sucks. Okay. Well, we're good now. Alright, let's go park it before we make another embarrassing failure. Alright. They have a restaurant here called Air. If you fly in the Northeast, I recommend you stop in and come get some good food. The chef cooks it himself. It's really good quality food. Maybe a little bit on the expensive side, but it's not too expensive. So it's kind. I'd say like, it's not like. No, that's actually not that bad. Depends on what you order. I like the Italian sandwich here, but he has specials and stuff. Like they're gonna have a autumn fall festival here in October. On my dad's birthday, actually, October 3rd. So we'll be doing that again. But they usually have a candy drop for the kids and stuff. Gets a little hectic, but told you I'd track her off. Parking brake on. Like you have to kind of know that you're gonna be rushing against all the other kids. My daughter made out last year because we didn't understand like where they were dropping it, and not only that, but they didn't drop a lot of candy. So the first year she hardly got any candy. With my son too, same thing. This year we're all ready for like it's gonna be there. You're gonna go get it. She got so much candy that kids that didn't get candy, I was like, hey, give him a couple pieces. She was like wicked nice, so that was nice. All right. Anyways, checklist. So, all right. Oh, man, I already did that. All right. Flaps up, carpet off, strobes off. Light test required, so we'll turn that off except for beacon. Veto heat not used. Avionics going off. Manually, we've got to twist all this stuff here. Go, radio 1, radio 2. And now we'll turn off the radio so you wouldn't be hearing chatter like that. So let me turn off the chatter. There we go. Alright, autopilot stays on. Alright, mixture fully. Mags off. Master off, lights off. We'll take a little drone tour and then I'm going to call it a broadcast. So remember to push that follow button if you're watching me on Twitch or Kick. Push the subscribe button if you're watching me on YouTube. I'd appreciate that so much. Also, maybe give me a thumbs up if you liked our flight today. And leave a comment. Let me know where you're from. Let me know what you thought about the 152. So that was a bird. But this is Taunton. This used to be a dairy farm, like I said, but they ran like a flight school out here with old Jennies and the old hangars over there. But unfortunately, with that bad management, for some reason they thought they had to put a fence up for the King family's interest and like bar that from the airport. So I don't know what their thinking was on that one. But they also tried selling hangars. See this? They were going to build more hangars here and try to make a profit, the people that were running it. I don't know. So that's why you have this little thing here that's unfinished. And they're going to have a gate opening over here too. But they never did build them, and it was very political. And then downtown Taunton is over here. This is the high school. It's a city. It's basically a city, but it's got its good parts and its not so good parts, but it's Taunton, you know. But this is downtown, typical town center here, even though it's a city. And courthouse is there. You can't really tell what the buildings are. One of the best Mexican restaurants in the area, El Mariachi, is over here on our left over here. But at Christmas time, they have like Christmas decorations here and everything. So it's not bad. They have a Christmas parade here that my son usually marches in. My wife did too for alma mater. So, but that is Taunton over here. This is no longer there. That's the old Silver City Galleria Mall. They tore that down. I don't know what they're making it. It's like warehouses or something like that. Then there's also a kind of a small casino for the Wampanoag Indians here. But I don't know. President Trump has actually been fighting them on that and stuff. So I don't know what's going on, but I don't know. I don't see a problem with the casino. I think that and Taunton, the airport was like, oh man, let's have the casino because people could fly in and this and that. So, but it is what it is. All right. So from Taunton Municipal, anyways, Boston would be out that way, by the way. I'm calling it a day here. I stayed up all night, didn't sleep at all. Well, I'm gonna go take a nap now. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna disconnect from VETS at this time. And we're going to call it a day. So thank you so much for coming out. Appreciate all of you. Remember to push those follow buttons, subscribe buttons, and all that stuff. Remember to tip your bar and waitress staff well. If you're on Twitch, stay tuned because we'll be rating someone. And again, please follow along. It's probably the best you're going to... I mean, it's been picking up on viewership. I got to be honest with you. I appreciate that so much. I can't have a schedule like other people because I got a family of kids and this and that. Things going on. Life gets crazy, yo. But I do appreciate you. So, Eric Flight, peace out. We'll see you soon. Stay tuned for the raid. Remember to push the follow and subscribe buttons. And try to watch the videos on YouTube. So try to get this channel monetized sometime. So I can make more money for world flying and flight simming. So I appreciate you all. And donate if you can too. The Children's Cancer Research Fund. tinyurl.com/donate flight. Even $1. It doesn't matter. Anything helps. We're trying to get to $2,500. I don't know if we're going to get there, but I'm going to keep trying. So that's what we're doing. All right. Anyways, we're ending the stream. I'll see you soon. You be good. Stay tuned for the raid on Twitch. We'll see you.